Okay, we're gonna get started. There it is. I have installed Distant New Horizons, so we can see the Magic Island from here. And this is the Magic Matrix, which is kind of funny to see from a distance because it gets LOD, like it gets like lower resolution. Yeah. Yeah. Distant Horizon, my beloved. Yeah. That scared the crap out of me. I thought someone walked into my room. No, just me. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a bit. Well, I say this, but I streamed for like an hour and a half on Wednesday. But it feels like it's been a while because yeah, I've been sick for a week, and I'm almost out of it now. So yeah, I was kind of excited for today. We're gonna work on advanced assembly lines, and yeah, there's been a ton of progress off stream because I haven't streamed it in a bit. But essentially, on Wednesday, I worked on. I'm going way too fast. I worked on this, which I thought was going to be a whole thing. Apparently, it wasn't. So advanced circuit assembly lines, and yeah, apparently it's just as easy as just doing an input bus, or in this case a dual input hatch. But yeah, other than that, I don't even know. I think we scaled power. That's one thing that happened. Where is it? Power right here. We have a second spire now. So yeah, a bunch of stuff, you know. I think if you reduce the rendering distance on your client to match the server, you might reduce the holes in the world where DH unloads expecting your client to render, but the server doesn't allow it. Yeah, I really don't know anything about how... Can I get out of here? Oh, yeah. About, how DH and my client should be configured, really. I just put this in at, like, basically maximum. I don't know what the render distance on the server is, so... I would have to figure it out and adjust it, but yeah. Got HV earlier for the first time in GTNH. That is freaking dope. How do you feel about it, Chloe? Or this guy's Chloe. Does it feel good? Do you feel like you're getting the Greg now? You know, like you're getting the feeling that we're all striving for. You know. I think it got up from 24 to 32, which would mean my client is matching that. So. Because yeah, I do know that Potato bumped the render distance on the server too, so I'm gonna leave it as is for now. I don't really mind the artifacts that we see whenever we're going around. Nothing else has changed much, I think. I've prepped this area. We're gonna get to it, but yeah, I don't think not that I can remember. I know we've changed a bunch of our LSCs. Like we had an LSC here, 2 active transformers now. So we're gonna have a bit of fun with lasers again today. I hope I'm not gonna mess it up, but we'll see. And yeah, I fixed the problem with hydrogen before starting stream. This thing, which is now off, which is super cool. Yeah, we were super low on hydrogen because this thing here ran out of tool. This thing here ran out of like durability. So we weren't getting wood, which means we weren't getting this. What's this off? Oh, it is off because the amount of wood, yeah. So we weren't getting hydrogen. This made it so that we weren't getting ammonia, and no ammonia means no plat line. So yeah, that's a little thing I had to fix. Like, I want to say 3 hours ago. So in 3 hours, we made like 15,000 platinum dust, which is not too bad. But I did kind of boost this by a bunch, actually. So yeah, because sometimes I'm cheating and I take all of our PMP and I make it into nuggets just because I need a bunch of platinum like right now. But looks like we're good now. Everything's chunk loaded anyway. Yeah. Tato and Neb talked about it. Yeah, I remember them saying that too. Yeah. Kind of underwhelming. GT No Leisure is kind of just a killjoy to LV MV Infra. Yeah, I think that's what I heard too. Like, it can like sort of, I'm gonna say, dilute the experience a bit. But yeah. Okay, so a few things on my mind today. I want to place at least one of these, but these 3 slots here are 3 exactly, you know, set up in the same exact way. Quad, is it quad? Yeah, quad advanced assembly line. I only have 1 quad, I think, for today. Yeah, I only have 1 quad, but I want to set up 1 so that we could replicate the setup. That's what I'm going for. I don't know if you need, I'm guessing you do need a bunch of AALs at some point. They are all gonna run, so they're all gonna run the same recipe, but what that means basically is we're just getting a bunch of parallels, and we're putting laser power into this. So I want to move this kind of like almost like alcove or whatever you want to call this. I want to move this more aligned with this here, and I want to move this back a bit. So we're gonna move some power around. We're gonna prep the area, and I also have to figure out the cabling, because I thought I was gonna set the AALs like this, but then I was like, it would be nice to just get a bunch. So yeah, we're I'm gonna go for this. We'll see if I like it or not. Because I could set up a bunch of ALs just like this, but they require a bit more setup. So yeah, and I might need to expand this room. I don't know how, but maybe like this here. Maybe I could cut this out and make a very small, like, you know, not room, but like just push this wall like a few blocks, but just for this section. And the reason for that is I'm gonna need basically 1 AAL of like inputs only. So the input hatch, the input buses set up somewhere else, and they're gonna get replaced by ME chests and techs. We're gonna do some tech today with programmable hatches. It's my first time setting up advanced assembly lines, but I did do a bit of research and testing, so hopefully, you know, doesn't go too bad. So I'm gonna try to use the matter manip for this. So we're moving. I want to move. Wait, mark cut. I want to move this, basically, with this block. Pretty sure with this block. There shouldn't be anything inside there, so this doesn't really matter. This cable. It's basically just Steam Aged and HV. It's been an enjoyable first proper GTX experience and has gotten me hooked, so I guess it did its part. Yeah, and so it is like your first New Horizons experience, right? And you went with add-ons too? That's interesting. I would always recommend someone to do like a normal run, no add-ons to start with, simply to like just get a feel of the game itself to see if you like it or not. And then you know, my first GTNH run, I got token. See, I don't think this is like normal. I think this is pretty like atypical, essentially. Okay, so where is this going? Is this flipped? It looks like... No, there's no transform on this. Why is this like so weird? Yeah, this is kind of like flipped. And I'm wondering if it has to do with the copying transform. I don't think it does, because I may have like tested that before. This is weird. I'm gonna use the copy feature just because it doesn't seem to have like a problem or a stroke. Okay, so the corner I'm pointing at is this one here, which is great. This is exactly what I want. I like how this becomes just like yellow. So I want to align this so that the center of this whole thing is this here, which I think I am good. I think this is it. I'm gonna go creative because this is just like building blocks. I don't think I'm removing anything from up here that matters. No. Okay. I think if I do this in creative, it will just place everything, right? Yeah. Okay. So the idea I have now is this correct? No, there's some blocks that didn't paste in. Or no, it's because there was a block here. So if I do this, okay, we can fix that after. I just got super hard carried though, like super duper. That's why I'm going for another one, lol. Yeah, I mean, I would totally go for like, I want to do a solo like token run or gate run at some point, right? I do have plans to play 2.9 add-on free though. I've already started working on pushing for my Ealing axe. Yeah, I honestly think 2.9 is gonna also make me want to do like a solo run kind of thing. Okay, I don't know why I didn't copy and paste this. I mean, I could try again, right? Mark copy, go from here all the way to this corner, mark paste. It just does not want to copy this. How about this now? Okay, I'm gonna do this by hand then. Actually, could I use like, maybe this is a case of world edit being I don't know, better or not having a stroke. Yeah, that's it. Depending on how far I get in ATM9, by the time 2.9 releases, dictates whether I drop it or not. Isn't 2.9 out now? I thought 2.9 was out like now. Did I get like confused by Ruckus? Because they DM'd me and they told me I want to update. It's just dailies, right? Yeah. Okay, so I don't know. Ruckus was like, "Oh, 2.9 is out. We want to play." I'm like, Twist is not going to be updated if that's even a thing. But yeah, maybe it's alpha. Yeah. Dailies. Dailies. It is a weird word. I agree with this. Okay, so this is the one we want to remove. So I'm gonna do it like this. I don't even know how big this is, but I expand this by like 10 blocks, right? Then I stack it one to the right. There it is. It's mostly gone. I know this is supposed to like split the room in 4, but this room is not split like that. These things are basically for this, so they're centered around this here. But this room is not split like that. It is done differently. So yeah. And I guess I also need to fix this. So okay. Should be good now. Yeah. English language is a wonderful conglomerate of fuckery. Yeah. Yep. French has some interesting stuff too. Don't worry. Okay. Okay, so my idea with this was that this is now at the center. I'm gonna have to push this a few blocks. So I'm gonna need this to go a bit further. Than intended. I'm gonna move this, let's say 5 blocks. Oops. That's about like 7, right? Almost. Man, I'm having a stroke. This is crazy. Okay, this is what I want to do. And then we can stack this about 5 blocks. Okay, so this is going to allow me to bring a laser right here, another one right here that is going to point to this guy, and these guys are going to be visible because I'm going to put lasers into the directly into the AALs. I don't see why not. It's just going to allow us to put more power in, and I've prepped for lasers, so yeah. What do you mean? French is a perfect language? Yeah, right. Yeah, right. I'm not gonna say that, but it's my favorite French word. That's kind of funny. Also, this is all off-centered now because I was planning on doing this with the other half, but I've decided to change it. What might happen is I might change these guys, make them universal now that we can share the assembly line recipes with the data bank. This is all going to change, by the way. We're going to get an ME from ME programmable, what is it, like not pattern data? Yeah, programmable hatches is going to give us this, which basically mean you just have to make like an ME drive with a bunch of data sticks inside, and you can share all the sticks to a bunch of machines. So yeah, just means shithead. Yeah, sort of. Yeah, you could say that. Oh, you would know, is there a Project Red block that will invert a redstone signal? I mean, a block, I don't know, but surely the NOT gate. NOT gate is basically just an inversion. Yeah, just NOT gate. Hey, Mr. Cat. So yeah, so this is going to change, but we'll see. This is going to be like 2 different looking setups, but we're all good. Okay, so this is going to go away. Okay, so assembly line. Here's what I have in mind. Well, there's a quest. These things, this slice at the top is where we put our laser. And there's basically going to be one on every corner of this active transformer for all of these. We're just doing one for now, because eventually we're just going to send a laser source from here to a target, to a source, to a target, so that we can have just like 3 of them, because we don't have mirrors yet. So essentially, I am concerned that these are not high enough. Yeah, these are definitely not high enough. So the controller goes at the top, right? So that means that in this case, I need one here. Right, this needs to be like 3 or 2 blocks higher. Also needs to be here. Okay, so this would be the first one. I'm getting concerned now because this is not gonna have enough. I'm not gonna have enough space for this. I'm bad with logic stuff, so I don't know. I'm bad with logic stuff if it's really late at night. Like I've tried doing redstone late at night, not a good idea. Definitely not a good idea. Was I gonna change how I did this? I don't think so. Okay, so the length is wrong. That's number one. Just have to push all these by one. Okay, so that is one thing. So this is the correct length now. Second thing is we're gonna have another one right here. I might actually not have enough space for all of this. Yeah, which means this is second, this is first power outlet. So it needs to be at the bottom. Which means the second one, or this one, would be like right here. This becomes really messy really quick. I might actually want to move this and redo this cabling. We're gonna see. I definitely want to set these up this way. Blame Nab? Mm-hmm. You should definitely blame Nab, yeah? Okay, so I'm gonna have to move these one up. Is that it? No, two up. I'm gonna have to move all of these two up. That is dangerous. Don't do that. I mean, that's fine. It's fine, but then it just proves my point that I need to move this. Which is fine because I'm going to redo the lasers anyway. Essentially, I don't want to do two databanks for this. There's going to be one databank, and all the AALs and the assembly lines and the AALs, they can all do the same recipes, so that we can take a recipe and decide that it goes into the AALs, or we can decide that the recipe goes in here, but the data stick is always just stocked in here. So we're gonna have to play around with this. We're gonna have to get creative at some point. I might put it to the side. If we can flip it, I might do that. For now, I can just keep doing my thing. We're gonna figure it out as we go. This doesn't need to be here for now. Lasers could go underneath though. Or in between. They could go in between, yeah. Okay. Okay, and if you're wondering where the other two assembly lines are gonna go, really easy. So there's one space. There's this block right here, which means it goes right here. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And then you just flip it. This is where the other one goes. I'm pretty sure about that. Yep. And then the other one just goes here. So same. Did the key just sub or resub? Azuna, I'm starting to believe your base is too small. Neb needs to rebuild. Tell me about it. We've been asking Neb for space now, and it's starting to become an issue again. Or not an issue, but just, you know, I think we're playing a lot more than him. So he can't really keep up with us. You know, and I don't blame him, but yeah. Thanks for the sub, man. I was gonna say follow, but thanks for the sub. I really appreciate it. Is that right? Yeah, that is right. Okay. So this is how we're gonna set up all the AALs, which I don't know why. I thought this was gonna go higher. I thought this was gonna like interfere with the roof. I think this one might. This one might interfere with the roof, which we can cross that bridge when we get to it, sort of thing. I'm gonna deal with this one first. I don't even know if we need more than 8 or 4, sorry. I know we're gonna need more, but how many do we need to get the twist equivalent of that? Which I'm guessing is the like tentacle, which I'm guessing is like super far, but I don't know anything about that. So or maybe this, probably this, I'm assuming. This looks a lot more doable. Okay, I have to drink a lot of water today. I'm almost getting better. So, okay. I think we're just gonna place it down. I'll explain everything afterwards. We're gonna have inputs right here, so this is gonna have to go. I think that's it. I think I'm gonna start placing them. We'll see if I made enough of everything. Also, I gotta double check this because last time I placed the normal assembly lines, all of these started pulling from the ME network a bunch of different random ass energy hatches. Even though I had GT no hatch, I was pretty sure I had GT no hatch. So I had some assembly line just not work, telling me there's not enough power. But all I had checked was the last two, because, you know, I had cabled those, but everything else was like random energy hatches not connected. So it was complaining about not having enough power, which it definitely had enough power. So this is sharing up. I did not make enough? Really? Solid steel casing, really? That is surprising. It's also going to take 2 seconds, but I might have, you know, counted wrong, but it's fine. Why is it complaining? Or like not saying complete? What is this? Why are you complaining about this? You're not complaining, right? Oh, you are complaining. Okay, cool. That is okay. So I think I'm gonna just place them all like right away, because cabling this is gonna be fun. So what are we missing here? Okay, more assembly line casing. Actually, we just need 16. That's the whole point. These are shared. And it's a bunch of, I guess, IV stuff, but yeah. Okay, I have tomorrow's plan. Learn how to make custom forestry apiary frames, redo all the ore veins, learn how to add custom agri-craft seeds. Is this for your pack you were working on? Or am I like mixing you up with someone else? I haven't heard about that in a while. How's that going, Disguise Chloe? I'm just stalling for this right now. I'm assuming we're gonna have enough grate, right? Yeah, this should be fine. This is also using mana glass, which I love. Okay, so if I remove this afterwards, I can move this somewhere else. I would love to move this somewhere else. So we're gonna have an active transformer right here. We're gonna need lasers to, these lasers have to stay for now. We're gonna need lasers going here and here for every one of these. I might have to use the bottom a lot more, because there's like there's 2 spaces here that I haven't been using. These are gonna need 6 lasers, so all 6 of these. We'll see how that goes. I don't want to make too much of a mess. I have to figure this out. I'd love to have the laser go in the middle for the data access, but then power is in the corners, so it doesn't interact or interfere in any way. Got back into it in the last couple days because my GTNH playmate flew across the country to participate in Yuri. Okay. 120.1 currently, but eventually 121 if Ad Astra gets ported. Yeah, I had a lot of fun in I think it was 1.20.1 for yesterday's event. For anyone that missed that, the Archipelago, that was so fun. It was vanilla, but I had a lot of fun. And it was very chaotic, but it all you know, sorted itself out. Did you finish it? So I finished my game technically. At first I was going to do Ender Dragon, a bunch of items, and about 50 advancements or like achievements. And then Falsoff talked me into adding the Wither to the list of like goals, which totally did not make sense with, you know, the timeline that we had while playing. So we decided just like Ender Dragon. I didn't have items because that was way too spammy for everyone anyway, and for me. So I ended up doing 51 advancements, killing the Ender Dragon within like 8 hours and a half or whatever that we were there. It was so fun. I would do another one like this. I would do one with many Minecraft instances. This could be like really fun. So yeah, it's I finished my game technically, you know, on a technicality. Ditiki finished his game. I don't know about Lotte if they finished her game. I think Potato did not finish. He was at like 7 out of 10 Hades like kill. I know Flurbin finished his game. Am I missing anyone else? Flurbin, Potato, Lotte, Ditiki, me. No, I think that's everyone. Did Flurbin finish his Sabaton? I don't know. I haven't been, like, since yesterday, I haven't been online. But he had just a couple of hours, yeah. That's all 5 of us? Yeah. You know, I'm trying to not miss anyone. Oh, wait, I don't like this. Why are you doing this? Did you do this? Oh, God. Why are you doing this? It is literally a GT no hatch. Why are you putting a hatch in my multi-block? Holy shit, I hate this. I think it might be because nothing else can go there or something. It's got to be something like that. Yeah. I hate when it does that. If this one had like a cover on it, like what the hell? Like what are you doing? Okay, so this is fine. So what do I want to do this? I should do this. I should set them up. Nah. Okay, you know what? Yes. I will set this one up, copy and paste. That's gonna be much easier. I should have done that from the start. Okay, so we're gonna need advanced stocking input bus. Just gonna go right here. Like so. We're gonna need a data stick because we're gonna tell this thing to auto pull. I don't think we have to change anything else. I think we punch it and then we can right click. Okay, so auto pull, wait. Auto pull. Looks like we got all of them. Okay. I never had an issue with that, honestly. That is so weird. Honestly, the projector needs to have an option so that you can tell it what kind of input hatch you wanna place down. That would make it like much better, in my opinion. You know. You're any good with SFM perchance? Yep, SFM is cool. Okay, so should not need this. I'm gonna drop it here for now. So this is almost set up. This is gonna be a maintenance. 2, 3, 4. Pretty sure this is fine. Oh, you know what? I could put the maintenance at the end. That could be something I do. Yeah. I could do... So it's either output or maintenance there. This is going to have a lot of cables, basically up here. This should stay pretty clean. Okay, so I'm going to do maintenance here, because this is where the controllers are. So I'm going to do maintenance here. We're going to share the maintenance, which I've never really been a fan of, but apparently has not been an issue. And then we're going to do input hatch. We are doing remote. I'm gonna show you guys this deck. This is what I discovered and what we're gonna use. 3, 4. Which I cannot link right now. We're gonna have to wait for that. And that's basically it. Now we're gonna need a bunch of wireless. I'm gonna set that up already. The hell? Okay. We're gonna have to pick 2 colors. I'm thinking orange and like purple or blue. Blue and orange. I like blue and orange. This is slice 1, so odds are gonna be blue and then even are gonna be orange. This is gonna be important for later once we cable all this up together. Okay. Anything else? I want to clear this up. I think I don't. I don't think I do. I think we're good. Okay. So now that I have this completed, right? Almost. I need to place one laser receptacle thingy. Data reception. Yeah. I'm pretty sure this can be shared. You're missing an output, aren't you? An output and power, which we should figure out right now. 256 ZPM is what we're gonna give those. Not sure if it's a good idea, but we're gonna do that, and then if we need to scale down, we'll scale down. I think I'm getting sick. Cough on chat. I'm already sick. You can't get me more sick than I've been for the past week. But I hope you get better. Also, I missed the follow. Band player 67. Thanks for the follow, man. I'm sorry I missed it earlier. I don't know, in my head. Don't worry, Azuna. No, I know, but you know, I wanna make sure people are acknowledged when they come in. You won't have to worry about him again. Why? Why? Okay, wait. So this, I think this is just missing output, which I'm gonna place here. I know Potato hates it, but I'm gonna share the output. I am not a scaredy cat like Potato, and I think these things are so slow anyway. It's fine. We're just gonna put a cell in there, like a 124 cell, or even a container cell is fine. Like this thing is never outputting more than what, like 500,000 items. Oh, because I put Onyx in the quarantine shack? Oh, okay, yeah, true. Wait, does this go there? Am I being a silly? I might be being a silly. So these things are maintenance, which that's correct. Input hatch, that's correct. And output bus, that should be correct. Everything else is input and energy hatches. And then I am allowed to use everything but the last one for a data access. Everyone but the last one or the first one? Everything but the first one. Okay, good to know. So I can only use this guy. So this should form, right? There it is. This is formed. We're happy now. So we're gonna take matter manip. We're gonna go in copy mode. I'm gonna remove this actually. I was gonna say I'm gonna keep this and remove it by hand, but I'm gonna remove this temporarily. I'm gonna place it back. Okay, so mark copy from right here all the way over to here. Oh, that is not what I intended. Wait, let me try that again. Mr. Nibbles with the raid. Welcome in, welcome in. You were playing Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past? That's not Greg Tech. How are you doing? How was your stream? Why were you playing A Link to the Past? That's a pretty cool game, I have to say, but just curious, you know? It has been a while since I've, you know, opened any of these games. But I hope you had fun. Welcome in, everyone. This is a very much different game, but yeah. Was trying the weekly randomizer seed? Like randomizer as in like Archipelago randomizer or something else? Didn't succeed but got decently far? That's all right. You'll get them the next time, you know? Okay, wait. So this is from this corner for some reason. So it is technically from here, right? It is technically right here. And I believe I can go edit transform. This might be easier to see from the back. Wait. Yes, this will be easier to see from the back. So edit transform and then I flip it. No, not like this. Flip it, not like this. Flip it. Almost. Almost. We just have to move the copy. So now it's from this corner. This should be flipped, should be fine. Isn't it? No. Okay, wait. Let's place this down here for a second. I'm learning to use this thing, you know? Oh wait, my controller is like right here? Yeah, I think my controller is all the way over here. That is not correct. So now, that is really weird. I think. No, this... No. This is now the, this guy. It's this guy right here. Okay, cool. So that means my controller is here now, which is not what I want. I need this to be flipped on the x-axis. Yeah, then my controller is here, which is also incorrect. So I need to flip this on the z-axis. Yeah. And then I just need to move this, which apparently I'm moving from the front now. I don't know how this like decides which point is the copy, but I think that's it. I think this is what I want. I'm gonna copy this. Hopefully it works. This looks correct to me. Yeah, this looks great. This is exactly what I wanted. Amazing. Okay. Yeah, similar, just one game though. All the items are randomized, so it's mostly just about knowing where all the possible locations for stuff could be and checking them. I see. That must be interesting, playing just one game, but the whole like progression is completely like flipped or changed. Must be interesting. And you said it's a weekly thing. That's even more interesting. Does that mean like... every week someone just generates a new like seed or something, or like what is that? We're gonna do light gray for output. Yeah, light gray for output should be fine. That's our not carrier net, main net. That's our main net, so that should be fine. So these I'm going to explain in a minute. These are programmable hatches, remote input hatch. I will show you how these work because I had to dig a bit into the GitHub for these, but I did figure it out. It's not too hard, and they are fixing a problem that I have because we don't have access to advanced stocking input hatches. So yeah. So now I'm guessing I just copy and paste and flip this, right? So if I mark copy right here, all the way over to here, and then I mark paste, I guess from here? But then I want to flip this on the y-axis, right? I think this is correct. I didn't lock this in. I think this is what I want. This looks like what I want. I think I'm just gonna send it. Okay, so I am missing a few things. We're missing assembly line casings, obviously. Assembly line casings. I'm gonna do 32. Even though we don't need 32. I should have done the 15 I'm missing, but it's fine. Anything else we're missing? Wireless connectors. Oh, we're missing wireless connectors, really? I thought I made a stack of those. Apparently I'm gonna need even more. Thank God they don't take forever. Actually, I'm gonna need mostly wireless connectors. I could have probably made the 2 I'm missing for this. Okay, so wireless connectors, assembly line casings, that is it, right? Yeah, I just went like way overboard. This is a lot of stuff though, so I'm gonna do what I'm missing and that's it. I got locked by not being able to find the Titan mitts. I don't remember what those are. Yeah, they post the seed on Reddit and the community posts their time and how they did and such. That is cool. Was that already like a plan of yours, or did you just like kind of got into it because of the event yesterday? I'm sure you knew about it, like about, you know, the randomizer before, but is it linked is my question. I'm just curious because I don't know. That was a cool thing. And if it, you know, got people into like trying stuff out around it, even better. Okay. Okay, so we're just waiting for these. I'm gonna do these. I think we're gonna do right here. I'm gonna bleed to that from breaking glass in ZPM. Let's go. Okay, I can just do like the 2 that I'm missing. So there's gonna be one right here. There's gonna be 256 ZPM source hatches right there. There's gonna have to be a target for a 124. I guess I can change the color afterwards. And that also means another active transformer right here. And a source hatch right here. Is that okay? That should be okay. Okay, And then I'm gonna move this back because these cables can easily just be extended, and it's just gonna be better for me, for my use case. Now, my problem is we only have, I say only, but we only have 1,000 amps here of ZPM. And I don't know if me using 256 is gonna pull the entire 124 and then power fill everything along this, which means these, so the normal ass lines, the fluid shaper, and all of this here, which is autocrafting. So that is one of my concerns. So I might just turn on two AALs today, even though we have 4, and wait for Potato just to see and okay this, because unless you guys tell me like it's fine, I could probably upgrade, you know, all the source and target hatches along the way to get 4,000, but yeah. Yeah, I've done them weekly, weekly off and on. You mean on and off for years? Nice. Okay, so you gotta know what this is all about. Yeah, we're missing the wireless connectors. Okay. Nice. Even the drive is in there. That is crazy. This matter manip is really good. So yes, there is no cable in this setup. We're gonna have lasers coming in here. We're gonna have lasers coming into these 4 target hatches. Everything else is gonna be somewhere else. There it is. So this is our quad AAL. I know there's probably a way to share them even more. I don't care. I care about this more. I care about having not a ton of active transformers all around here. I could have probably done just 64 amp ZPM, but I don't know. If this was a mistake, then we'll see. I just felt like giving this a lot of power, it's just going to speed up us making a bunch of the things that are really slow in here, which is mainly components. So hopefully that's the right call, but I guess we'll know more you know, tomorrow or some other day when Potato gets on. Okay. Anything else? I think that's it. We can start cabling this. So for cabling this, I need space somewhere. So there's going to be a laser coming here. So maybe we move the laser. This way we know what we're working around. I think this is the right call. Okay, so there's definitely going to be a source hatch, a 124 source hatch. Probably, not probably, like exactly right here. Source hatch, and then that means a target hatch right here. Okay, and it's got to be green. Have to be super, not safe, but okay. Okay, so this is power here done. Sorry if I'm like hyper focused. I do not want to mess this up. I haven't played with lasers that much, so when I do lasers, I'm kind of focused, and I kind of don't want to mess it up. Because, you know, we don't want to like mess up. Green is not a creative color. I have not selected that. So you cannot blame it on me. I was part of selecting it, but that's what's been chosen by, I guess, chat and me and Potato, so I cannot be the only one taking the blame. Easy. Okay, I'm gonna move this back. That also means turning these guys off, just to be extra safe. Don't know why anything would autocraft in these, but... I'm gonna try to use this again. I'm gonna do moving. Mark cut. Why is this so freaking weird? There's gotta be something that's like wrong, right? So when I do not move, when I do copy, it's fine. But when I do edit transform, I'm gonna reset, and then I'm gonna go back to moving. I'm wondering if the transform stuff has any impact. It definitely does, because this is okay now. So I don't have access to the transform settings in this mode, but it's, yeah, like it's affecting this, which is weird. Green is not a creative color. It's meme. I don't know that meme. I would not know that meme. I'm gonna turn this off, and I'm gonna do this. I think this is fine. Yeah, databank, you can fail. Uneducated unk. Yeah, that's possible. I can be uneducated. Maybe I'm too old. Am I the unk? Surely you're the unk, yeah. Okay, target hatch. Okay, so what I do like about using the matter manip is that I do not have to think about pulling cables. I can literally just copy and paste these cables. As long as we have them, it's gonna pull them. And I don't even have to go and look for these cables, which I freaking love. Can't route and routing. Okay, so you can just be completed. I'm in the cable. Thank you. What happens if I do this? Yeah, obviously. Okay, surely this doesn't explode or anything, right? Okay. This has power, guys. Okay, amazing. Was it Yui that is working on a pick block for A2? He did it, yeah. I know the meme. Don't worry, Onyx. Yeah, so it was Yui. He did do like a patch. I don't know that it's in a PR anywhere or like been like merged or anything, but he did work on it, and I tested it and it was working and it was great. I also know that it's in 2.9. So they did, like, someone already had done this in 2.9, but I think there was some issues, but yeah. So yeah, Yui did a 2.8.4 patch for it, essentially. That's what he did, yeah. Which worked great, but Potato and Nev are scared of using AE2 patches for some reason. Oh, okay. I can fix this easily, but I forgot about this. Scaredy cats? Yeah, exactly. Oh. Not exactly what I want. Wait. like this, right? I would have tested it. Honestly, we already had some weird freaking issues with A2. What's one more? You know? That's how I roll, you know? Okay. So this is back online. These should be back online now. Works great on our server. Yeah, it's just too bad because now if I want to connect to the other server, I'd have to duplicate my instance just for the sake of adding a mod, or I have to disable and enable a mod from like for switching between servers, which is not really cool, but it's fine. Okay, so this is done. I'm gonna explain this in a minute. We're gonna do some cabling for this. I'm gonna leave space for 2 more of these, so that means we would have 4, I can't count. We would have 12 total, which we probably want loads more, but for now we don't have space. Neb is slacking, and this is plenty of space for now. We can't even make any more of these. They just take like so much stuff. It's crazy. Not circuit. Advanced assembly line. Look at the cost of these. Wait, I can make 1. Can I make 2? Or was it 4? Can I just make these? Wait. Oh, did I just fix everything that needed this? I needed like a crazy shit amount of platinum. Why is this all gone now? Anyway, it must have been something else, but anyway, when making these, they were kind of expensive. I think it's getting better, but yeah. Okay, so we're not going to need to go back down here. These things are just going to, you know, put power in these other quads here. So all of this space down here is pretty much safe to play with. And I have 4 blocks height, which should be plenty. For anyone that hasn't seen the AAL setup, I'm basically trying to do sort of an hybrid between UAAL and the normal like single recipe at a time kind of AAL. I don't know if that's correct. All I know is I tested it and it looks fine. And this is how I'm I think we're gonna get parallels. So what's gonna happen is we're gonna make 16 different subnets, kind of how we made the normal assembly lines. But in this case, every one of them is gonna have storage, and we're gonna auto pull using the auto pull feature from the advanced stocking input bus. So anything that is in this very specific subnet is gonna get auto pulled in here, and we're gonna do this 16 times. And no, this net and this net are not the same. I alternate the colors, but essentially this is 2 very different. This is just 2 separate subnets. And what I'm gonna do, and I said earlier I was gonna do, is we're gonna take 1 AAL line, so 16 input or chests, and we're gonna line them up as if we had an assembly line. And we're just gonna do the inputs right there, and then we're gonna wireless everything up. So technically, each one of these, I can link up to a hub on this setup, and I can technically, if I'm not mistaken, I can have something like 20 or 32 AALs that are literally just sharing this setup. The only problem is the data bank, because you need connections, but this gets fixed at some point because we get ME output or ME input thingy for data access. So that is the plan. Now to see if we can execute it, that's another story. So I'm gonna leave myself 1 block here, and I want to see how many blocks we're working with. 13. That is not enough. I could do it here, but that's gonna be like super crammed. So I think I'm gonna do it here. This was one of my option. Do it in the wall, essentially. I have 21 blocks to work with, which is freaking awesome. It's more than enough. I'm gonna move this by, let's call it six blocks? No, I want to have a center. I'm not crazy. So move this by 7 blocks, right? Okay, this is fine. Yeah, I don't think this is going to be a problem. It's not bigger than this room, which is it's okay, I think. And then we're gonna have our setups in the center right here. So we're gonna do this after, but how do I make the walls? So this is okay. Maybe I just make a box for now and then Neb can fix it up. I like this plan. I really like this plan. Yeah, we're gonna let Neb deal with this if he wants to. Otherwise, this can just be, you know, left as is. Oh wait, I'm gonna do the same thing. Track this by 1. Set it to this. There it is. That is the small box that I'm going to work in. And this can technically support many more of these, but for now, that's what it's going to be. So, I could like do a slanted like or sloped roof on this, you know, just to repeat this pattern. Could be nice, but I'll do this after, once we have like an actual working setup. So 1, 2, 3. This is the center. We're gonna go like 2 or 3 blocks. And I'm starting with chest, but it probably doesn't make sense actually. So this gets connected to a subnet that has, does it have a controller? It might have a controller. Yes, it has a controller because you want to be able to connect more than, you know, 8 thingies. So each one of these subnets needs to have a controller. Okay. And I had made it weirdly in my other world. I wanna make this not ugly. And then also this needs to have access to not the mainnet, but another subnet that just transfer all the items. So we're gonna actually need, we're gonna need some cables. Can I get a big cable? Like a, yeah, this guy. Dense cable. It's not gonna be gray, but it's fine. So 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. Wait. No. Why are you replacing this? We are in cable mode, right? Okay. So I don't know what big cable or dense cables we have. Yeah, we have like normal ones. I want to use normal ones. Okay. Now, all of these are getting connected to this. And this should be 16, right? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So I'm missing 1, which makes sense because I have 1 in my hands. And we're gonna do, just to replicate this setup, this is gonna be the front, this is gonna be the back. So this is first slice and this is the last slice. And I'm configuring everything for up to like 16 slices, even though at the start we're probably not gonna need it. Oh yeah, we're gonna use it for sure. Yeah, we're already up to like, okay. So these are all gonna get container cells or containment cells. I wish we could like shift right click to enter this or to insert this. And I don't think a data stick or a memory card is gonna do this for me. I very much doubt it. Yeah, it doesn't, sadly. So anyway, I have to enter all of these by one. Hey Neb, here's an issue, fix it. Of course. Who else, you know? Is there an advanced data stick? There might be, but I'm done. I don't mind some, you know, manual work. Okay, so this is what's getting input from the mainnet. So it's this. It's basically this subnet right here. But we're adding another subnet between the input and this storage bus. So right now, the next thing we need is a bunch of storage bus, which I could have probably placed with actually, you know what? I'm gonna place it properly. I have learned how to do this. Cat's going crazy. So we're doing blue and orange, right? So orange, make me a stack. Are we out of these cables already? Really? The other one is blue, so I'm gonna order some more cable. But then you didn't waste 3 hours automating and overcomplicating an issue that took 30 seconds by hand? Where's the fun in that? Exactly. Exactly. I'm gonna wait for a minute for this. Shouldn't be too long. I could have used any other color and make my life easier, but it's fine. We're also gonna need fiber. I like that this is not called fiber and it's called fibre, which is the like French word for it almost. Right? It is, right? Or is it called fiber? Am I crazy? I am crazy. It is called fiber. Okay, wait. I wish it was called fiber in French. I don't know why. Actually, just wish it was like called something like cable so that it comes up with everything else, but oh, I need one of these. So blue is odd. Orange is even. And where are my orange cables? I literally just made like a stack. Thank you. Okay, and then we do power like this. And I think power like this. No, I think we need to do this one too. Yeah. I want to make sure this is like all powered. Yeah, this is fine. And then I have learned that you can go in copy mode. You can select this here, mark copy. You can mark paste, put it here. I'm sure you guys know about this, but I've learned about this. Edit stack, mark, and then you go all the way here. And look at this. All the alternating colors done for me. Amazing. It's called Fibra, so close to French. Nice. The only thing I haven't patched is the infinite range. That's a feature, not a bug. We don't talk about that, ooey. Okay, so in terms of priorities, all the priorities is also done on this setup, which I kind of like. This is really dumb. This setup here, this part of the setup is really dumb. You just have to connect these up afterwards. That's it. You just literally link these up and then you're good. But for these, we have to do priority, and it is kind of important. I don't think you need priority on the storage buses because these are only to read and they should only be to extract, which I have not done. So we are going to fix that. And the priority goes on the Emmy chest instead. So we're gonna fix that and make sure we don't mess it up. So this should be an extract only. And this is getting priority. I'm gonna do 16. We're not gonna start with 15, but you know, I'm sure some people are gonna not like this. I don't mind finishing with priority 1. Yeah, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. If you're wondering why I did 5 to 1 by hand and not 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, well, 10 obviously, it's because I have a split keyboard, and I'd have to move my hand out of, like, off my mouse to do these numbers. Like, fun fact, I guess. I like infinite range. It's fun and useful. Exactly, Yui. Actually, it's partly implemented. I just didn't want to change the terminal mods like universal terminal, but it's basically just a return true on the terminal mod. For now, being in range is all I need. Yeah, in 2.9 it has infinite range support. That is good. You do want infinite range. So when something comes into this network, it is going to this guy, and so on and so forth. You guys get this. Then we need flute inputs as well. That is something else that I have to do. I might have wanted to like space this. Might have, but it's fine. LEV superconductor, or not superconductor, sorry. LEV input hatch. Why do we have so little? I thought I made 4. I swear someone did something today. I could move this. I kind of want to move all of this by 1. Just have some space. Set move, moving. Mark cut. Mark paste. Yeah, this is great. This is freaking awesome. And the priorities are there, right? Oh, this is crazy. Priorities are there, all the configs are kept. Okay, so last thing. We're gonna need some cable. I'm gonna take 2 different colors just for the sake of... So cyan is fine and pink is fine. Cyan, pink. And then we're gonna do fluid storage bus. So this is gonna be a little weird, but you guys are gonna see and understand it in a second. I'm gonna keep those on me. Do I keep those on me? Yes, I do keep those on me. And then this can go, this cable. I guess I can do this. Actually, I can do even better. I can do copy. Mark copy. No, because I don't want the, yeah, I don't want the storage buses, but it's fine. It's fine. I can remove those. I can patch the terminal mods too if you want after the 22nd. Well, what for, Yui? I'm curious. You telling me, or are you telling like other people that may want to use the mod? Yeah, we need a tank. What kind of tank do we or can we make? Do we just make like a... Nah, we just use the normal super tank. Surely, right? There's no reason to have 32 million. Oh, maybe there is. I'm gonna make it. Let's make 2 more of these. For infinite range on the pick block? Yeah, but I meant like, are you telling me or Onyx? The main thing for me is I would use your mod, but I don't know. I have to talk like potato and neb into it, they really don't seem into like using a patched version of AE. I mean, we also had so many weird issues with AE. Okay, so these are not getting locked. They're getting storage bust as well. We are doing same thing, priority, right? This goes at the bottom here. So this is 4, this is 3, this is 2, and this is 1. This is getting extract only. Like so. Okay, now this is the fun part. I don't remember how I did this part. How many of the weird issues with AE turned out to be user error? I don't know. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's a mix of, yeah, everyone doing something. But I have seen some actual weird shit that is not human error. It is 100% not human error. So I'm here when the server restarts, which is going to happen in an hour, I think. And I've seen things happen where server reboots. I'm crafting a bunch of stuff in E, you know, like the queue here is like full of stuff. Server restarts, so I'm here and I see the queue when it's restarting. It's not like 2 hours before. And right after the restart, you connect, you look at the queue, all of your crafts are gone, and there's a weird craft that's there that was like done or canceled like 4 hours ago or 5 hours ago. Like, it's really weird. Like, we had some weird shit like this. But yeah. What tier are we? What's on the agenda right now? So the agenda is we're hooking up and wiring up the 4 AALs that I placed down already. This is all wired up like power wise and wireless wise. We're just doing the wiring for the actual like input. So the interface that is gonna input stuff into like from mainnet into this for recipes to work. That is what we're working on right now. So yeah, welcome in Darknesser Matt. But yeah, this is what we're doing. Okay, so I'm gonna take those cables by hand for now. So we did cyan and pink, right? Cyan, pink, pink. I'm just doing this for aesthetic, but also just having the same setup everywhere. And I'm coughing like crazy. Okay, so extract, all of this here is bidirectional, but it has to be bidirectional because of, what is it called? Blocking mode. So there's going to be that. So this is fine. Each one of these needs to be a network now. There's multiple ways we can do this. The cleanest way I've found, there's 2 ways. So we can't do this because controllers are going to touch, and this is no happy, right? I'm also going to bring power and mainnet right away because I want to see what I'm doing. I'm gonna do it with a wireless because why not? So I'm gonna put a wireless thing like right here, and we're gonna link to it. Things are gonna be great. So this is GrayNet. This is where things are coming in from, which I guess could be done here. It needs to connect to this. So getting a cable out here and here maybe would be fine. I don't know. I'm gonna place it here. This is weird, but it's gonna give me a bit of space to work with. And also allow me to do some cabling. So the main, well, the main net, I'm gonna call it, but the main net for the AALs, I'm gonna make it, what, like yellow? Red. Let's do red. Let's do pink. I like pink. Never mind. I am changing my mind. Okay, so I'm gonna bring it here. And then we're gonna do light gray cables. I could have brought this here. I'm gonna move it. I hate this. It's all right. It's all right. Fair. Should I add it to the server, Zuna? And can someone, in case someone wants to try it? You mean the Discord server? Feel free. Yeah. If you have someone you want to share in Discord, Uwe, don't ask me. Just do it. Feel free to. Like the server is there for anything, dev stuff, like testing, whatever you want. I really don't mind. Okay, so this is getting power now. Right? I click on this. We're getting power. That is what we want. We're gonna do interfaces right now, because why not? I have also learned that you can do this from the wiki. You can shift right click to auto insert thingies. We're gonna want smart blocking and blocking mode on. We're gonna copy and paste our settings. And we're gonna call this, or give this like a proper name, like AALs. Have you done the AALs yet in our server, Huey? I could get in and help you with that if you want. At some point. Not now, but like at some point. Okay, I need to bring power to this. How do I bring power? I think I'm bringing power from this. Sorry, I didn't hear correctly. Did you say our server or another one? Our server. Do like, have you made the AALs yet? Do you need help with them, or do you want to kind of figure it out? Or because I could help for sure if you're interested in that. Okay, so this is gonna be pink. Actually, this doesn't matter. And what I do like to do is glass cable in this case, because this is just like a separate net. It's just for transmitting power. If you could do like just a quartz fiber cable, I would love that. I don't think you have that in here, right? You can't just do power. You have to do like, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Is fusion needed? Is fusion needed for this? Well, no, this is IV. Fusion is needed in the sense that you need to have LUV components, but you don't need, you don't need infusion for this. You just need the samarium, which I think we have, so no, I don't think you need fusion for this. If you want to give them any sort of like meaningful power, I guess you have to have lasers, but you can just give them like normal like energy hatches or multi-amp hatches, and they'll be fine. Yeah, I don't need to find a spot for this. Yeah, and they don't have to be this big, right, Dewey? I'm just making quads like this because power and cabling is just cleaner in my head, at least. Until I have to deal with this. When I'm going to deal with this from the data bank, that's going to be another story, but I'll figure it out. I'm thinking we come in like one fiber that goes here, and then one that comes in here or here. I don't know. We're gonna figure it out. I'm gonna finish cabling this now. I think we have everything we need, by the way. Except one thing. This is in the way now. This and this is in the way. Okay, I'm gonna change this. You know, only crazy people do not change their mind. Or something. So there's gonna be a pink cable coming out of there. This is the part of the same network, so we can just do like cable anchor just to make it clear. Okay, so we're gonna do cable up from here. Okay, this is fine, this is fine. This needs to be the other way around. It doesn't matter. Blocking smart, smart blocking. Should be fine, okay. What if I'm determined? Yeah, I mean, go for it. For sure you go for it. Okay, I like this actually. This is a lot cleaner because I can just do this. I love it. I'm gonna go to bed. Froggy bed, I like that emoji. Cause I can feel the sickness getting worse and I want to fall asleep before I can't fall asleep. That is a very good idea because sleep is really good for you when you're sick. I mean, even when you're not sick, but you know what I mean. Okay, so this is a problem, right? Or is it? It is, because then this becomes one network, which is not something we want. This is a problem. I don't know why this isn't here. I hate this. I wish I had my block picking right now. I'm gonna be 100% honest. I wish I had my block picking right now. Okay, this is better. So, this, big problem. We don't want this. Yeah, good night, Onyx. We do not want this. We cannot have this. There's two ways I can fix this. I can make one of these cables longer. So take an orange cable and some anchors like this. And, you know, like kind of spread them apart like this. This is something we can do. And then maybe I put some hubs on here. That could work. That is one way I could do it. The other way I could do it, which requires less cables in my mind at least, is just do this. Just do like a sort of zigzag pattern like this. Hydrate? I just hydrated, but yeah, I'll do it again. Thank you, Day. Yeah, so I can literally just do this. It's kind of messy, but it's also kind of fine. Because then, what is kind of cool, these are still all like separate networks, right? And the reason I need a controller is because I need a bunch of hubs, these guys, to get a full 32 channel spread across multiple of these wireless connectors. So this guy here, for example, needs to be blue. It is going to be connected to this guy, but also this guy and also these two guys. Because this is slice, this is a subnet for slice number 1, and all the machines are getting the same inventory essentially. They're all getting the same inputs. So yes, we don't get many like different parallels, but we are getting many different parallels when all the recipes are kind of like in progress, I guess. Otherwise, we're just getting like a crazy amount of parallels, which I think is what we want, because each one of these is going to start a recipe. So the recipe is going to show as like 400 seconds long in the controller, but then what it's doing is it's staggering the recipes, because it's basically doing the recipes like one item in the recipe at a time. So for example, when you're making an advanced assembly line, there's 5 slices. So what's going to happen is it's going to start this recipe. The controller is going to show 400 seconds or 180, whatever it is. But what's really happening is slice 1 is going to run for a certain amount of time, which is 1/5 of the total recipe time. And then once this is done, it's going to move on to slice 2, do another 1/5 of the recipe time, so on and so forth until it gets to the end, and then you get your output. The AALs, the way I'm explaining this, but I'm sure everyone knows this, but I'm just explaining it just in case. This is my understanding from reading the wiki mostly. So what's going to happen if you have like a second recipe, or you have like smart mode enabled and you send more than one recipe worth of stuff, which you couldn't do with the normal assembly lines, right? You're going to send multiple like assembly line controllers, these circuits multiple times, this chest buffer multiple times, the liquid multiple times, enough for like, let's say 4 recipes. The first recipe is going to start the assembly line in slice 1. It's going to block everything else. There's no parallel at this point. It's going to start your recipe, and then when it's done with the 1/5 of that recipe time, it's going to move on to slice 2, and then the second recipe can start, and so on and so forth. So there's a really nice graph on the advanced assembly line wiki for from GTNH, which shows you this like staggering parallel processing thing that's happening in advanced assembly lines. So essentially, I'm expecting this advanced assembly line to make 5 of these at the same time, per assembly line, right? Because it's going to stagger the recipe across like 5 different slices. I'm guessing you could count this as 5 parallels, and I'm doing ×4, right? So you're getting like 20 parallels on this one recipe, for example. But every time the last slice finishes, you get your output. Another one is going to start, and they're all staggered. So like you're essentially, per 5 slice, you're getting, I think, 5 parallels or 4 parallels, whatever it is. But that's the whole point of AALs over these. But we can't overclock these. That's the only difference. And I'm guessing the power also limits either how fast each slice is or how many slices we can do in parallel. I'm assuming there's a connection between those two. And I'm guessing it's more about the speed, but yeah. Okay, so we have this here. The power determines the speed of the AALs. Yeah, exactly. So that's what I thought. You know, I'm trying to explain it, but I'm also like not the most knowledgeable person on this. I'm trying to basically just show what I read and understood from this. I had to move this. Okay. So this is why I think this setup is fine, because then I can start spamming a bunch of these, which this is going to be a problem. But that is fine, because we can just block all of these controllers and then color everything to match the same pattern here. Odds are blue, even are orange, and this makes it so that all of these are never connecting. So see, this works, and that's it. So it's not pretty, but it's also going to be easy to add another set of these and then connect them here. So far, your explanation was correct. Thank you, Mr. Cat. Thank you for, double checking this for me. And one more thing, compared to the wiki, the setup that I'm doing relies on a thing that I'm going to show from Programmable Hatches, which I have seen tested and it kind of works. So until we get problems, I'm going to go with it. I don't have subnets for these liquids. Actually, I don't even need these. Now that I'm saying this, I don't need any of these. Not even the storage buses. You're gonna see it's that crazy. So these fluid inputs, if you're in, I think it's UHV, right? For the advanced stocking input hatch. UHV, yeah. It's a space assembler, essentially. And some other stuff that I have no clue when you get, but usually UAAL, so Universal Assembly, Advanced Assembly Line, you would have ME chests here as well with liquid cells with like one type of fluid. Well, just normal fluid cells essentially, because they have to have only one type per slice. And then you'd have also a storage bus, also a subnet, and also a wireless. Yeah, exactly. By the way, are you guys ever going to do one recipe at a time in the AALs? No. So if you mean one recipe at a time, you mean like one same recipe but multiple parallels? Yes. If you mean just one recipe at a time, like worth of stuff, so like one of these, no. I'm gonna use smart blocking and we can send multiple times this recipe to get parallels on it. So it's basically just gonna be good for bulk stuff, so components essentially. But yeah, one type of recipe is what I'm going for, yeah. So it's not like true UAL, I guess. But isn't that how like universal AALs also work? Can't they like, because all the AALs are all connected to one set of inputs, right? So they're also only doing one, right? If I'm not mistaken, that's my understanding. Between universal AALs and the other one. Yeah, so we're doing universal AALs, but it's kind of different. Okay, so just to show the other thing, let's get some water cells. Salt water, fine. This is really weird to me, but this is what I've figured out. You have your portable scanner, your tricorder. This is what I found in the PRs and in the programmable hatches stuff. You use this tricorder, whatever you want to call it. You have to shift right click this, and you're going to see that it is now like linked to this. Like there's a thing here that says it's like it's recording it or it's linking it. Then when you go to a remote input hatch and you punch it, it is now linked. So if I put fluids in here, these fluids are now also in here. We're only ever gonna have one, but we have a super tank worth like space. We have a super tank worth of space in this remote input here. That also means I can do the linking here, meaning we're sharing all of the inventories between all of the AALs, which is what you would get with autopull from a advanced stocking input hatch. So basically, I just made the universal AALs like requirement for advanced stocking input hatches like null. Like I don't need it. I can just use this. So that is what we're gonna do right now. I'm gonna link all of those up, including the one at the bottom. And that is how we're gonna do yeah, these guys. I've only tested this with 2 running at the same time, but I'm pretty sure that means everything should work. You know, I was worried about parallels. Like, is it possible that a slice would start in one AAL and mess up the other, like mess up another? And I haven't had this issue, so we're gonna roll with it and we'll see if that works. Are those from an add-on? Yeah, they are from programmable hatches. Let me show you. They're called remote input. They have 0 documentation whatsoever other than this, other than the tooltip, and some PRs in their repo. Like the guy or the group of people that are doing programmable hatches are very responsive though. I have to say this because I just did some research in their repo and found some people asking questions about it. This thing is saying tricorder, but it was also mentioning remote IO interfaces. So it was really like confusing at first. So the first thing I tried was in creative was to try like these things, right? The linker, remote accessor, but no, these don't do anything. So it's the actual portable scanner that you have to use, but it's used in the same way that these guys are used, is what I think they were trying to say, essentially, where you shift right click your source and you punch or left click your targets, or to link your targets, you know? Only items are consumed one slice at a time. The fluids are different. Yeah, okay, so then that is probably why this works, yeah. is probably why, you know, I was concerned about it, but these are like actually sharing all the same fluids, so it would still work. So yeah. Is using add-ons legal for a Stargate run? I assume not, because this makes your life very easy. You're basically getting UALs very early on, or earlier than you're supposed to, I guess. And also, I'm pretty sure a twist, like a run with twist, cannot be used to claim the gate roll. So if you're after the gate roll, I don't think you're allowed to use add-ons, but yeah, some might be allowed, like Mr. Cat is saying, but I wouldn't assume that they are, essentially. You'd have to ask before you do your run for sure, because you know, that could bite you back. But highly doubt program is. I would very much doubt it. It's doing some crazy stuff. It's crazy cool, but it's also crazy like saving you crazy amounts of time. If it was a bit more balanced, I think it wouldn't be a problem, but also I think it should be in the base game actually. I think some of the stuff, this is illegal. What I'm doing here, I think is kind of illegal. This remote input hatch should be gated behind whatever this is gated behind, right? Because like you're getting sort of this like functionality, or you're bypassing the need for it. So this is, I feel weird about this one, but some other stuff that they're doing is really cool and should be in the base game if you're asking me. Like the fact that you're sending recipes and you're using a fake like circuit to set the circuit in your recipe, that should be in the base game. Maybe not in the same way that they're just duping it from nothing, but that mechanic of being able to send, you know, the circuit. But also, I guess this is why UA sort of got, you know, done, or people did UA to solve that problem. There is a solution in vanilla for this. So yeah. You have more beef with program than twist. I could see that. It's doing some crazy stuff. The fact that it's just duping all of our molds for the fluid shaping, that it's basically solving the issue of like setting up a machine for stuff like molds for fluid solidifying, extruding and stuff, I have to agree is kind of broken. Like this should not work. Like having a mold in here should not even work. This should not work. Now sending the mold in, doing a recipe and pulling it out, which is a thing you can figure out with some, you know, like logic, redstone, whatever, that like maybe making this easier could be something I'd see, but yeah. Yeah, it seems like it'd be invalidated by the advanced talking hatch if it was gated at the same time, but it seems OP if you can get it a tier or more before. Yeah, no, 100%. We just don't care about the gate roll here. So this is not a gate run. This is like GoG at the you know, at the start. This was GoG. This doesn't look like GoG anymore. But yeah, I'm gonna do a little bit of investment. I learned about this thing, which I definitely want to get, because I feel like it's gonna make my life so much easier. And the question is, can I get it really easily? Of course I can. Okay, while this is crafting, you guys just have a look at that. I'm sure it's gonna be quick, but I'll be right back. I'll get some more water and a quick snack. Okay, I'm back. What I miss? I saw Mr. Cat send something as I was leaving. Something I really enjoy with normal GTNH is that a lot of the stuff in there is very much possible to do, but you need to be very creative with the solution that automates it for you. Exactly. I think that most of the things, most of the things that we, like I mentioned, programmable hatches does for us, makes it really easy. You can do with like UA, right? You could set up UA and make all of your machine universal. Like, it's just more work, essentially. But I'm pleased with programmable hatches, but it's creating a lot of headache right now. It's like coming back at us, right? The early game was really nice with it, but now I feel like you still would need to do some sort of UA sort of shenanigans at some point. Or I think Potato's testing something that is basically cribs, but right now. So yet again, another skip. My understanding is same that I'm doing with the fluids, right? For the AALs. We have these, is it these? Maybe it's not these. He was mentioning something that was like mini cribs, but basically he has like a dual input slave, which is connected to a buffered dual input, and these are getting the recipes, and then you can just like duplicate it everywhere. And then you have one machine that's like your master running all the recipes. The other ones are just helping essentially for parallels. So, you know, like, this is kind of like, it feels weird. I don't know. Yeah, we have a reboot in 30 minutes. I still haven't changed the reboot time. I could and I should, but I'm slacking, you know? Okay, so fluids are done, by the way. I think I want interfaces on this. That's number one. We're gonna need a controller. This thing is way too big to have no controller. It has 20 inputs plus those two. So like putting a controller right here could actually work really good. I think this is the right place for a controller. Yeah, amazing. Because this doesn't have more than 32 channels, I'm pretty sure. It has 22, and then we're getting power from this. This is perfect. This is, well, it's not perfect, but it's fine. Okay. So we have to connect this, but I want terminals. I want to be able to pull stuff out of this with ease. Now there's two ways, and I really like, I think the wiki mentioned this. You could just put an MEIO port like right here and keep always like a cell in there and redstone control it or something, so you could flush the entire thing in one go. It could be an interesting thing to do. Could be. These are easy to flush with a plunger. These guys are a bit more tedious, because then if you have an interface, it's fine, actually. I'm gonna do interface for now. I don't think MEIO port is kind of it's cool, but kind of overkill. Just gonna do a terminal, a fluid terminal, and then we're good. Okay, what if we try to send one recipe? Nothing's on right now. I could repair this. Okay, I have to connect these guys. That's one thing we have to do. But I really want to test this out. So I think we're in queuing mode by default. No, we're in queuing mode now. So I can queue all of these. This is why I made this tool. Boom. No? Wait, what? Queuing mode. Already in queue. Oh, do I have to click 4 times? I've never used this. Okay, nice. Okay, so you create a queue and then you basically exhaust or like empty your queue. Okay. I like this. This is pretty neat. Ring of Loki could have helped for this, but I'm so lazy. I haven't made Botania in like forever. I don't think I misclicked, but I did not misclick. Okay, cool. I'm here, right? Yeah. We're just gonna do a bunch of clicking and then I'll test it out. I'm sure Ring of Loki could have helped a lot there. I've never used the Ring of Loki either. Thanks for the follow, Rift Strider. I appreciate it. I hope you're having a good evening or night or whatever. It is not connected, yeah. We're slowly but surely working on this AAL setup, which is technically my first AAL setup. That could have been the title for the day. Oops. Like first AAL setup. First time I get to this point of the game too. You know, I'm trying not to like get behind in terms of progression because Potato and Neb are gonna blast through this thing, I feel like. And I have never been to this point of the game, so I want to learn as much as possible, but I also want to, you know, like pull my own weight sort of thing. Oh, we're gonna need 1 extra hub. Okay, so you and you and you. I have to be careful because this is gonna be mainnet like output. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're gonna need an extra hub. I was gonna say you're new to this stage, right? Which is awesome. Yeah, I am. I've never been to this stage of the game. So yeah. Kind of excited to be honest. I should change this, right? Yeah. I think this works, right? Oh wait, this was a hub. What? Oh, I somehow had placed the hub and I did not even know. Okay, which is nice because then I can just do this. How am I doing so far, Titiki? You think I'm doing good? Okay, this is good, right? 12 channels here. There's 4 coming in. 10, 12, yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty, I like that I'm not, like, lost or anything. Like, I'm not I don't know. I don't feel like I don't understand anything of what's happening. You know, I've seen some of this on stream from other people, from Vin, Cat, Potato. So yeah, I think y'all are doing great, but Nap Run is just starting to get ahead of where I'm at, so I won't know how well folks are doing much longer. What do you mean? Nap Run is starting to get ahead of where I'm at. Oh, like you haven't been. So like at some point we're gonna be at the point where you have not been in this game so far. Is that what you're saying? Okay, and you've never been to like ZPM and above. Well, me neither. So we're both gonna learn. So are you the kind of person that is not gonna watch from ZPM onward to not get spoiled or anything? Or do you think this is like different enough because of programmable hatches and whatnot that you're still gonna have like, you know, your own challenges and stuff? You're gonna watch? Okay, cool. And like, don't worry about it, right? I'm just like curious. Are you the kind of person that's just gonna not want to get spoiled in a way? But yeah. You won't understand? Yeah, I was in this boat before. I would like anything past wherever I was. I was like, okay, this sounds cool, but like, I don't mind spoiling myself right now because I'm gonna forget all about it when I get there. So yeah, there's an issue I'm almost sure you will run into. So it's why I haven't told you about. Oh, you mean about this? Uh-oh. Mr. Cat knows I'm gonna fail, and he's just looking at me fail. Oh wait, does this not work? Is it like a big issue? Am I gonna have to like rethink my life, or? I'm also doing this like from like top of my head, right? So I don't know from the testing that I've done if this is fine, but okay. So the lasers is one thing. My 4 inputs. You're making me like rethink everything now. Priority here should be fine. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything that I know, at least. Okay, so this is priorities. Now I know there's a gotcha with this here. I didn't say this, and I should, but this is in the wiki. There is a sense on the Emmy chests that is important if you want to read what's inside and not read the actual cell. And I think this is fine. Hey there, Vin. We're figuring out AALs for the first time, and I'm doing a quad, and you AAL technically, because programmable hatches allows me to do it. How are you doing? And apparently I'm heading for a wall, and we're just watching, which is all cool, by the way, Mr. Cat. It's Vindrake of Cat's Cozy Games. Yeah, I'm curious how programmable hatches works here. I can show you. I've shown this, but I can show you again. So this is really interesting. It feels really cheaty, by the way, but essentially there's a thing called remote input in programmable hatches. This is both for items and, well, this one is for fluids, for hatches. There's one for items, which I'm not using. It's an issue with how A2 works, so okay, well, we'll see. Remote input hatch, if you read it, it's kind of really misleading. I thought it had to be like a remote IO interface kind of thing. No, you just need your portable scanner, which is a tricorder. This is what they're referring to in the second line. And basically you can take any like tank or any inventory, right? This could be an input hash, this could be anything. You shift right click it. This somehow connects it, like your device is recording it, even though it's not super clear here. And then when you go and punch these guys, you're basically linking them, and you can do this with multiple ones. So I have one set here and one set here, and these are all connected. Each slice to their super tank. So I have a 32 million input hatch on my AAL right now. And if I put fluids in here, it's just registering or showing, sorry, I'm trying to use words that I can't even say. It's just showing the fluids everywhere. So these fluids are going to be available for the recipes kind of everywhere. And then I'm using like advanced stocking input bus. And then I have to figure out something apparently with my A2 setup that Mr. Cat is saying is going to go wrong, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I can't say the issue if he wants me to. So I know about an issue, Mr. Cat, and I'm wondering if that's the one you're referring to, because I'm pretty sure I've tested the setup and it was fine. And Programmable Hatches has a thing for the issue that I have in mind. There's a decoy. There's a decoy AS-line stocking input bus for both fluids and items that Programmable Hatches made, and this is fixing a bug or something about how AE2 pulls your items for your recipes in your AS lines or your advanced AS lines, whatever. And essentially the way I know how to set this up, but the issue on the Programmable Hatches GitHub mentions that you should only use this when you're doing only AE2, which I am, but not really. So apparently there's an issue when A2 is pulling items and you have like plates 3 times. It's nothing to do with the program or how you have the AL set up. Okay. So it's just to do with my actual subnet, like my actual things here. Because I feel pretty confident about this. Wait. So I have my main net pushing my recipes into this net. I have priorities on these things. It's to do with the input. Okay. I mean, can you give me a hint or even the issue? I mean, I don't mind. That's not like a spoiler. I thought I set this right, but I might have not. Not the sorting. Okay, so it's not the priority. Yeah, so you have 2 dual inputs. Yeah, so we're gonna run into the same issue. Yeah. They will conflict. Yes, we're gonna run into the same issue. I only did this for now. I'm probably gonna end up just having one. Yes, this is an issue we have everywhere right now. Having smart blocking mode with blocking mode, that's an issue. I only set 2 because like space, I don't need to right now. So yes, you are correct. I should probably not do this right now. To be fair, I was not gonna put anything in here for now. So that is true, but I'm down to remove it because you do raise a good point. For anyone that doesn't know, we've had an issue here, which I think is not because of Programmable Hatches, but it's made it even worse. Where when you have things like a mixer, which is not here anymore, when you have things like a mixer or like extruders or whatever it is, and you're doing a P2P, like Potato called it kissing P2P interfaces, right? So the assembler is a good example. When you have a lot of kissing P2P interfaces that are going from one net into another, so all these interfaces are going into the same subnet, right? You're gonna get a race condition if you're using blocking mode and smart blocking mode, which our assembler is not using anymore. But yes, you are correct, Mr. Cat. I think I want to use smart blocking mode here. I think so, because then I can start like a LUV motor, right? And just input all of the LUV motors I'm waiting on. I think I'm gonna do one interface for now, and then we're gonna see how we scale this eventually. But yes, that is a good point. I don't even know how many ALs we're gonna need, to be honest, so. Not doing smart blocking is trolling big time. It is, right? So what I'm thinking is we're gonna have AALs for anything that we wanna do in bulk, and then we're gonna have everything else that we don't do a lot of. So I don't know, like machines, like all this waterline stuff should go, but you know, like a circuit assembly line, I don't know that we're gonna need to do these in batches. Maybe we do. Maybe that's actually a good case of we want to be able to do this in batches. But like a data bank, eventually no. Like there's a bunch of stuff in here. I'm pretty sure we can keep in these guys. But yeah, we'll see. But yeah, thanks Mr. Cat. That is a very good yeah, heads up. So I'm pretty confident about this setup now. So I want to test it. I want to test this out. This is like all top of mind, but I am down to try it. Oh, we need to do fiber. Yes, before I do this, we need to do fibers. So fibers, this is gonna be fun. Fibers have to come from here. It's 1-to-1 until we get A2. Because yes, there's a programmable hatches thing for this. I am thinking I could pull this up. Setup is not going to have problems now, at least not any that you can do anything about. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, this is the right thing. So if I go here, because I need to do the mirror. I need to mirror this one here. If I bring this up 2 blocks, right? And then bring this all the way here. Now, I'm assuming we're not moving this, but we might be moving the data bank. I don't know where, I don't know how, but I might move this. Because at first I was going to do AALs like this. And then I decided that this was going to be more compact for some reason. Okay. So that's one way, right? And then that means that I can pull from the bottom as well. I can go from here all the way here. Go from here all the way here. And that's it. So I have 2 cables now that can go in here or here. And then I'm gonna have 2 more cables here. Because I think we're gonna remove one of these. And we're gonna remove some patterns instead. I think this is what we're gonna do. Oh yeah, I put some patterns in here. Well, obviously. Okay, I think I'm lazy and I don't want to move this. I could bring it up. I could bring it up by 1. That could be it. Bring it up by 1 or 2, and then bring these cables. I could use the bottom ones for this guy, and then these guys could just go up and then in. That might be the way. Actually, I think this is the way. We have 4 connectors here that we could use from underneath. Okay, I think we're moving this up by 1. Surely this doesn't break anything, right? I want to move it up by more than 1. I think. If I move it up by 1, yeah. I'm off to bed. See ya. See ya, Mr. Cat. Thanks for hanging around. Thanks for the quick tip on this as well. How are you doing, Vin? Were you guys streaming tonight? Did I see that, or am I crazy? Okay, I think this is it. I think we're moving this up, and that's my fix. Now, rarely on Sundays. Yeah, I think that's a good move. Sometimes I'm like, why am I cannot move when the cut and paste region overlap? Really? Oh, really? I have to do this in 2 steps. Yeah, I don't know about like Sundays anymore. I kind of like it, but also sometimes I'm like, why am I doing this to myself? But I'm also having fun, so I'm just mining stuff in our cozy acre. Is that your new like 2.9 run? Wait, okay. So I can move this 2 steps, right? So do this, mark cut again. Do this. Did I move it? No, okay, I think I'm fine. So this was the original location. No, this was. Now I'm moving up 2. 2 is this, yeah. And it's still centered to the room, which is fine. Yeah, we're waiting room run while we wait for 2.9 for GoG. Are you basically waiting for like Twist and everything to update to 2.9 and 2.9 to come out and everything? Is that the trigger for this run? Just waiting for everything to be 2.9 out, ready, and then that's it? Who knows when the add-ons will update, but we'll start when 2.9 comes out. And then you'll add the add-ons afterwards? Okay, cool, yeah. Yeah, that's a good way to do that, I think. Okay, this is not gonna cause me problems, right? I can have lasers going out like this. Okay, cool. Three blocks should be plenty. Oh, 4 is plenty for sure. Okay, I have to turn these off now because all the recipes are not gonna work. Actually, it doesn't matter. Okay, and we're gonna redo all this cabling. So exchange, replace with air. Okay. Is there any good guide for programmable hatches out there? I definitely need to wrap my head around them at some point. Not really that I know of. And that's kind of the weak point. Oh wait, I messed it up. I messed it up, but I like it. Yeah, I didn't really find any good documentation so far. It's been yeah, figure it out, wing it, and look at PRs or old like issues in the repo. That's what I've been doing. This is how I figured out how this works. I had to find a solution to this, and I did not want to do like not AALs, and then I stumbled upon this, and I was like, wait, this is my fix. How do they work, right? I have to figure out how they work. But yeah, it's but it's not been that bad, to be honest. It's been totally fine. And you can always ask questions to me, probably Neb and Potato. I'm gonna throw them in there, but I'm sure they'd be happy to help anyway, so yeah. Oh, pushing it by 1 is fixes my problem though. Pushing it by 1 allows me to use these spaces there. Am I really pushing this by 1? I think I am. Holy. Okay, set mode, move, we're doing this again. Cut. Paste. Bring it here for a second. Isn't there a better way to do this, Vin? Because I've not used this thing a whole lot, and it's pretty cool, but I don't know, I feel like I'm not making the best use of it. Also, why can't I see anything of what I'm doing? Okay, so this is not what I want. I want to push it 1 more. So not flush. Oh wait, oh, this is so much easier now. Can I push it by 1? To go forward? I think this is it. Looks right to me. Yeah, I'm trying to do a cut and paste, but then if I'm moving it by 1 block or 2, and it's like overlapping, I have to move it somewhere else and do it in 2 steps, right? There's no better way to do this, right? Okay, so cable mode from here like this. I think you're right. Okay, cool. Thanks. So I'm definitely missing at least 2 transmission connector here. You want to see a cool thing, Vin? Data, ME, access. Data, access, hatch, ME. Programmable hatches. Collects all data 6 in ME storage. That's it. You do not need data banks after this. So like, you literally just do a small network with maybe an ME drive and just a bunch of sticks in there, and easy. This is now just like A2 network instead of data bank. Also means no power, or basically no power, right? Hello, Isobreen. Yeah, this is gated behind automatable data access, which is behind UV. So it's kind of later, but it's very soon for us. But it's kind of cool. This sounds kind of cool. Yeah, I think it's fairly gated in a way, but yeah, we're about to reboot. This is what happens when you're not playing on the EU hours, you know. Okay. I'm gonna do my cable, and then we're gonna wait for a minute. Oops. Okay, and I need my hatches. Transmission connector. And there it is. So I'm gonna wait for the reboot. We're gonna chill for a second. And then we're gonna get back. I'm gonna be here. Making my first mod pack, hopefully. Nice. What kind of mod pack? Re-Aviridia is kind of nuts, actually. What is that? What is Re-Aviritia? I don't know what that is. Re-Aviritia. Support of Aviridia? What is that mod? Oh, it's the yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, the extreme crafting mod. Yeah. So it's a port of that to 1.20, and you're gonna put that in your pack? Okay, so this is like the whole like infinity stuff, ultimate armor. Yeah, I see. Making a Magitech Skyblock pack themed around the end. Classic vending upgrade goal. I see. Wherever I see a Viridia, I think, what nonsense am I about to see? Yeah. Okay, I think we're back already. Oh my god. Okay, cool. Okay, so I have to find colors for this now that are not going to be conflicting with this. So this one cannot be red. That's rule number 1. So I'm going to do green. And it's the bottom one. And it needs to go here. Oh wait, green is bad. Or no, green is fine, but it's confusing. I'm not going to do green. I hate green. Let's do like what, blue? Let's do blue. And then there is a hatch that I have to get into here. Enter from one side to do this. Okay, this one can be red, right? I think red is fine here. Okay, I'm not gonna do that because otherwise it's gonna break. Here it is. Okay, so that is 2 of our AALs connected, or 4 of our AALs. Other than GT&H, of course, I have had fun playing Project Infinity. Reminds me of PO2 days. I have never played Project Infinity. I think Project Ozone 2 I've played it, I want to say. Vin, did you guys do a PO2 like community server? I feel like that's where I might have tested that. Played a duo for a few days? Yeah, it must be that. I must have seen that then. Okay, you know what? We don't have 2 or 8 more AALs. I'm not going to bother with cabling this. We are going to move on and do something else. Actually, move on and test this, that this works, is what I mean. Wasn't one of me and Kat's first mod pack back 10 years ago? Crazy. How do I know about this? Have you played it like recently? You must have, right? By recently, I mean like the past year, I guess, but... Okay, so yeah, I have to recable this. That is what I have to do. Revisited it for a few days for fun. Yeah, that must be where I saw it then. Okay, so this is one assembly line back. And I guess I can just copy this now. Do I copy? No, I'm gonna use the cable mode. I think it's gonna be faster. Yeah, I think it is gonna be faster. Wait, what? Okay. It's like, why are you not going up? Okay, cable mode again. Oops. Okay. We are in business. So this should be giving 34 recipes to all these guys, 34 recipes. So that means I can take my motors, for example, now. Just as an example, right? Let's take like LUV motors and ZPM motors. Let's just move them there. And let's start some. Do we just like do it? See if it works? And then troubleshoot if it doesn't. So this is going back to there. This is the output. Both my outputs have container cells because we're scaredy cats that we're gonna void stuff, but I don't think so. Playing it brings back memories. This Project Infinity for me came out of nowhere. I've never heard anything about it till about a week ago. Let me Google it real quick. Huh. Yeah, it's like a year old. Interesting. There's so many packs out there now. It's kind of crazy. Which is why like I'm not locked on doing a solo GoG or GTNH run after this. Like I'm considering doing really anything at this point. But, you know, Minecraft is kind of my game. But, yeah. Wait. You all fine? Yeah, you're all fine. Let me see that we are giving these guys recipes. Yes, we are. Fun fact, this mod pack I'm making was going to be called Project Infinity until I found that one, so now mine is called Edge of Infinity. That also works. Sounds kind of, you know, cool. Computer casing. Don't ask me why, but I want to make this clean. We're so in business now, by the way. We make circuits like it's nothing. We make any like engraver things, so like the chips, like it's nothing. We have like, where is it? We have 6 laser engravers. We have 8 mixers, 4 cutting machines, space for even more. We have 4 AALs, which we could technically set up properly so that we can share the... No, because these are imprints. They're not data sticks, right? Posture check? I can posture check, yep. I was kind of slouching. And I will hydrate too, yeah. Yeah, true. Those are imprints. It's not like databank stuff. We have to keep it like that, I think, for now. What tier are you? Or wait, this is the one with potato, isn't it? Yeah, this is the run with potato and neb. Okay. Can I do this like quick? So yeah, this is the run with potato and neb. I could never do half of the things that we have here alone. I would not be at this stage because I don't play this quick usually. But yeah, this is Neb's doing, and well, that I should start a meteor. Actually, you know what? I do have a meteor in mind. Oh, I know these guys. This is what I'm gated behind. So I need ruby. This is what we need. We need ruby, and ruby is ichor. So ichorium casing thingy, you're getting sent to the meteor. Getting sacrificed. Autocrafting. So let me go back here. We're gonna test this in a minute. I just thought that we could start a meteor because we have not been mining one for like the last hour or so. I want to automate this at some point too. I'm sure this is a fun automation to figure out. Meteor strike, no one's gonna get the reference. I think I do. I think I do. I think I do. This is a huge meteor, by the way. Oh, I want to see if this meteor is responsible for this. It is not. Okay. But yeah, this is a huge meteor. And that's gonna take forever, but we're getting ruby out of this, so it's fine. Very colorful, yeah, full of gems and stuff. Okay, we are testing this right now. I'm gonna stop slacking and yapping. I'm just gonna start it. We're just gonna see if that works. Let's do LUV motors. Let's do like, we're making, so LUV motors, right, have 5 slices, which means we can make 20 at a time. Let's ask for 32. Surely this just works, right? I just hated a good what? Elementary school rug? What? Why am I so confused? Ooh, it is not working. Okay. We are using smart blocking. Oh, we did not account for this. Problem number 1 detected. So this is an issue. We have to account for this. The way to account for this is to put a trash at the end. This is something you're gonna have to keep in mind, Vin, when you're doing stuff with programmable hatches. If you just want to have your bobble always on for programming toolkit, and you don't want to worry when you do a setup like this, where you know items have to go in the right place, you have to be mindful of this. This thing, you have to get rid of it. So we do have it for the AALs. I just the AS lines, sorry, I just forgot about it. So I need a bunch of fuzzy and sticky. Or I guess just storage bus. Oops, storage bus. Bunch of sticky and fuzzy and a matter minute thing. Not a matter, matter condenser. Okay, so normal cable too, right? I could put this at the beginning though. Could I? Should I? I want to keep this clean. Oh, I'll put it here. Oh yeah, I'm definitely putting it here with a pink cable. That is going to be much cleaner. So pink cable, storage bus, memory card, copy this guy. We did not copy this guy. Copy this guy. So this is getting the highest priority. It is also sticky, so priority doesn't really matter. There's a fuzzy card and anything that comes from this thing, from the programming circuit. This is what programmable hatches does for anyone that hasn't seen this before. These all have the same ID. It's just their metadata that changes. So doing a fuzzy on this allows it to just get any of these items, any of these circuits. So this could be circuits, this could be just resets, which is what we're getting most of the time in these recipes because there is no circuit in a AAL line, I think, or assembly lines in general. Yeah, you never have a circuit, right? And now what I have to do is take all of this out. 64. Remember when I said like MEIO port sounds like a good idea? Not sure I'm gonna do it. I'm doing it. Probably doesn't need to be fast, but it's fine. So I can put one here. And I can put one here. This one's going to send everything into the cell. This one, everything into the network. And then storage, I'm going to need a multi-fluid cell in this case, actually. It's just going to make my life so much easier. Can I do... 16K should be fine, right? I'm lazy. I want to get the big one. I'm also going to cancel this. We're going to restart. Okay, so transfer data storage to cell. There it is. How long is this going to take? Oh shit, this is going to take forever. Oh, okay, well, I'm not waiting for this. 16K should be plenty. Okay, so back at it. LEV motor 32. Start. If I see some green lights, we're gonna be happy. No green lights. Stuff is in here. The rods are here. This should be working. The fluids are here. Okay, so what is the problem? Power should be fine. I don't have any weird shenanigans with this. Potrero is a meme name for fast food here. The translation is rotten, but the taste is so good you ignore it. Basically referring to the fact that it comes from small kitchens that you don't know if they abide by safety regulations, but you eat it anyway because it's so good. I see. So like just fast foods in general. Mirrors colored like in an elementary school rug. Okay. Yeah. I guess that's the thing. Okay, so output definitely has space. These things are definitely pulling. These things are definitely connected to the right thing. I like that I can just like verify this. There doesn't seem to be any skipping, which is a good. Oh wait, no, I'm just too fast. Okay, this is connected. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this guy off. It is off, right? I think we said it's 5 things for this, right? Oh wait, it's got to be the wires. Yeah. Okay, I see what the problem is. So, one thing I forgot. It's a good thing. It's a good thing we're doing testing. One thing I forgot, which is super easy. You can't just use these recipes in there. These recipes are made for the they're made for the normal ASC lines, not the AALs, which means everything in here needs renaming now. So nice. So all of these, no good. I have to re-encode these to use renaming. Like you have to do renaming when you have this. So we have renaming for 2 of these. I need renaming for the other one. So a European wire, we already have 2 out of the, no, we have 3 renaming. Okay, so it should be as easy as putting this back in order because I can't not do this properly. Okay, so wait, potato 1, potato 2, and potato 3. So this here should be good. This one does not have renaming because it was just 2 stacks. So this one is gonna have to get renamed. Easiest way for me to do this is to call one of these. Go to the forming press, which is this guy here. Renaming is in here now, and get some rooted wire and do a stack of each. So 1 stack of the potato 1, and then European, I'm gonna call potato 2. So potato 2 is in here. Do this. And there it is. So now rid it. We have to make pattern with potato 1, pattern with potato 2, and this is good. All I'm missing now is the pattern from this guy to these guys. So normal pattern, clear it out. This guy gives you, wait, no. Nope, yeah, right. Do this, okay. This guy gives you this guy. We're gonna do this times 16. And you just go get the potato 1 rename. So this guy and this guy we're gonna need. You put 1 in here, that's your pattern. Now you do the same thing with potato 2. Wait, that is wrong. Potato 2 here. And you put that in the forming press. Now all of this should work. So all of that should be fine now. So if I call my motors again, we should not have this problem. Funnily enough, the ZPM motor might have worked because they had 3 different names. They did not need like potato 1, 2, and 3, but I just did it anyway. Yeah, so it's gonna make some more, but that's fine. Weren't you going to bed? Me? Or Onyx? Oh, was it Onyx? I think it was Onyx, right? Yeah. That is true. They said they were going to bed earlier, I think. Yeah, yeah, Onyx, like, I want to say an hour ago said they're going to bed. Caught? Mm-hmm. Yeah, good catch there, Zitiki. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're just waiting for the renames and then... Oh. Are we gonna see any green light? Oh, green light. Wait, that was too quick. Run it back. It's too fast. Run it back. Uh-oh. It's not even triggering the other ones because it's doing my motors too quick. Wait, I want to see how fast it is. I think I'm gonna have to do ZP. Oh. It takes 7 ticks per slice to make a motor. And it's doing 5 in parallels in 1 AAL. That is crazy. I just made 32. Well, that's not true because all the processing before was done, but what about ZPM motor? You know what, actually, we're gonna move all the components. I think I'm moving all the components in there. We're gonna have to re-encode all the components. Oh God. I was going to bed, but family wanted to get food, so I had to stay up and eat. I was unfortunately out of my control. The stomach is stronger than sleep. True. True. Okay, I have to re-encode some patterns here. Hang on. So if we don't... Is there no reset in here? I don't like that. This is weird, but I'm gonna make sure there's a reset in there. If we don't see any same like thing, well, technically I don't need the reset. Why am I doing this? I'm like trolling myself. So if we see any duplicated stuff, we have to re-encode. Okay, so like this. So this is fine. This gets re-encoded. Wait. Actually, I'm trolling. There's probably renaming already in there. There's no renaming in there. So gallium foil is something that's getting renamed. Okay, so potato 2. Okay, this is annoying, but when you request these, they go away, which you have to be quick, and I'm old. So, okay, you have to be quick to like get one. Actually, I should get like a bunch of these because I'm gonna do a bunch of renaming. And you can't really use the envol, by the way. I've done that, and some metadata was different or something. So I've had issues with using the anvil to manually do some renaming. I don't know if it's just a skill issue, but okay, there it is. Okay, so 2, 1, and then 3 just for good measure. Okay. So, 1, 2, 3. I do not need to do all the renaming, but I don't know. Part of me wants to. Don't ask me why. Technically, I'm being not really efficient here because I'm doing renaming of one item that doesn't need it. So it is going to take more time because it has to go through the press. But I think it's fine. I think we're going to survive this. If I'm trolling, someone's going to tell me. Potato 1, potato 2, potato 3. Don't you guys like that I named all of this potato 1, 2, and 3 without any consent whatsoever from Mr. Potato? He just gets memed and he has to accept it. Now you go sleep. Okay, see you in an hour. Ooh, I almost got foiled. Did you guys see this? Okay, so potato 3. Potato 1. Potato 2. I'm gonna have to encode all of these too afterwards. So I should have kept the gallium one. Just to remind myself to do this. Okay, so tritium, potato 1, potato 2. So technically this is fine. Wait, I already had tritium? Oh yeah, we already have the tritium foil renaming. Okay, I'm gonna leave it then. I am not gonna do the tritium one. I'm not gonna change a recipe for the sake of changing it. Okay. It's all good. It's all good. And this one has renaming, so we're all good. So technically we're just missing gallium foil renaming patterns. Which was like this guy? Who was it? This guy, right? Okay, I'm not gonna troll. Okay, so we don't need potato 3 for now. Okay, so pattern, potato 2, gallium foil, potato 2, gallium foil, 16 at a time. Gallium, potato 2, potato 2. Potato 1, potato 1, 16. There you go. Okay, so if I place all of these now in here, all of our LUV and ZPM components should be really quick. I'm already bored of early game work. Let's make the vending upgrade recipe. I'm sure the end game stuff must be like the most interesting, yeah. I'm pretty sure that makes a lot of sense. Okay. What can we test that's really good? Like robot arm? Like ZPM robot arm? I want to see this thing like have a stroke. Like I want to see it have a bit of a like challenge, you know? What if I do LUV's robot arm? These are not very, oh, they are kind of useful. Oh yeah, they're useful for this, which we're using for the small cribs. Okay, so what if I made 8 of these just for fun? All of this is easy stuff. Oh, but I already had all the motors. That's less interesting, but okay. We're like, okay, the components are like less than a second now. We're like 4 ticks. This is crazy. What about the arms? Okay. What if I made 64? Is this too crazy? And should I do, or should I 8x the I think I might want to 8x these. So make everything in batches of 8. Is that crazy? I feel like no. I feel like that's not crazy. Everything here could be done in batches of 8 now. Even 16, but I'm gonna keep 8 for now. Of course, now you don't want to. Okay, what about 32 of these? We're missing vanadium. Why are we missing vanadium for this? Oh, ruthenium. Okay. That is a bit more normal, I guess. Ruthenium is from Platline, isn't it? What is happening with Platline? Is it busy or stuck on something? I'm assuming this is where we're doing ruthenium. Okay. Okay, so why are you not making ruthenium? Tetroxide. Leech residue, yeah. So we're getting this from is it iridium or whatever is giving us this? No, it's just rhodium sulfate. Yeah, okay, so it's literally just Platline. Okay, so Platline is again kind of slow or having issues. Hey there, Mayas. I hope I'm saying this right, but hello. You look very cozy in that blanket. So we have a lot of platinum residue. Why is the platinum residue not being processed? Leech residue? I don't know. Don't mind pronunciation, don't worry. Yes, I'm cozy. Nice. Great. Leech residue not being an output from this. Rhodium sulfate must be, yeah. Okay, very interesting. So rhodium sulfate we're making here. We're using it, so we're using it for rhodium. So is it rhodium that's like stuck or? Rhodium filter cake, nitrate. Are we getting this as a byproduct? No. Why is there no recipe for this? Oh, we're passively processing this. Yeah, I think we're passively processing this. I feel like we have to be. Yeah, rhodium nitrate. So is this like being level maintained? Yes. Rhodium nitrate dust. Okay. Potassium. Okay, so we have a lack of potassium in here, which I've just been here and doing this. I know this is probably not the solution, but where's potassium? I know we have it on mainnet. I know it's getting recycled, but why don't we just pull it, right? So this is gonna start crafting. Wait, it's on main? No. So what's happening is the plot line is running out of, it ran out of calcium and it ran out of potassium for some reason. What I like to do usually with a subnetted like plot line, or all the lines in this case, is you're gonna have potassium and calcium on mainnet. Instead of moving it into plot line until you have like sort of a balance of like you're recycling it enough that you're like it's just cycling, right? Just make it available on mainnet, and then your output can be in your subnet. It's probably going to use that first, and then not probably, it depends on your priority, but it would use that first. You know, if you set your priorities properly, and then anything that is like lacking potassium or calcium is not waiting on something for recycling. So I don't know. Maybe I'm you know, messing this up, but also like, why do we have no ruthenium right now? Is weird. Yeah, it's like, and the only reason we don't have it right now is because we don't have potassium enough in this line, in this subnet. Why not just pull it from mainnet? Like, why would you not pull it from mainnet, right? So right now, rhodium nitrate dust. We're gonna be able to make this now because we have access to potassium. We're not waiting for some other processes from recycling it. And it is going to get recycled at some point. Yeah, I don't think I messed this up. So that and calcium was also missing like yesterday. So yeah, so this should be able to do, it is doing some right now. So it's going to passively get processed into filter cake. Filter cake is what we're missing for the filter cake solution, so on and so forth, right? No reason not to do this, I think. Not like I needed the actual thing. I was just testing my testing the AALs, but I think we're done. This is way overkill. One of these is one ticking like components right now. We have 4. I made space for 12. We're gonna keep 4, and we'll see if and when we need it. And yeah. We are giving 250 sinks of ZPM each. So I'm probably gonna turn off 2 of these because this is like, this is all of the power from this laser. This is 124. You know, I was told we have power, do not use power, and I tend to listen, and like, power is a non-issue, right? We have spires, like, I totally get it. So right now we make motors and pumps and like ZPM and LUV, right? We make these components in like less than a second, like less than 10 ticks in most cases. So, and also it's parallels. So I think this is overkill, but I think it's fine. It's also never really running all 4 at the same time because the recipes are so quick. We probably want to move energy hatches there, I guess. Right? That would probably be a good idea. Energy hatches are also, I don't think they're a big issue, but CPM energy hatch, they're 30 seconds. There's no reason not to move them, I feel like. The Lapatronic orb cluster, we should totally move that. Yeah, we should definitely move this. This is something that is really slow, yeah. Move everything at once to UALs. So yeah, but well, this definitely. So yes, but I'm not going to move anything that's like, so all of these, yes, because we have ZPM, like this is ZPM, right? These assembly lines are all ZPM. I would only upgrade these to dual ZPMs now, and these are gonna now be UV recipes. And then once we have UV lasers in here, and so on and so forth, right? This is what I would do. I would use all of this for recipes that we need to tier up, and then keep this for everything else. That is the current tier that we're at. So I'm not gonna move everything just for the sake of space in this interface for now, but yeah. Gotta have the AST lines for OC. Yeah, exactly. Okay, I think this is good. This was my plan for today. This was today. This is all set up. I'm really happy with the setup. It is very clean. I don't think I could have done any cleaner than this. Yeah. I am really happy with this. And we can technically scale this. We can just literally make 2 more transformers, bring more power, and then make 2 more quads. The only update or upgrades that we're going to do at some point is switch those to ME data access hatches. That is the only thing. And then power upgrades, obviously, but everything else should be fine. I wanna just close this right now. Like I want to do this. How many blocks do you have? Like 4. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks about right. Just want to do a quick like little platform, and I can put supports back on this now. Okay, so can literally just do this. We basically push this up 2 blocks to be able to accommodate for the active transformers, and that is it. It doesn't look clean, but at least it's centered now. It's back to being centered, and we have power for the AALs here on this side, and then this guy. So yeah, this is going away whenever we get the ME output hatch or ME data access hatch. So yeah. I want to see if I can put covers on this. I have never seen. This is Greg Tech. I'm sure you can put covers on this, but this is also my first time doing AALs. So I am pretty happy with the results, I have to say. Yeah. So they're not twists, they're programmable hatches. I'm going to show you what I mean. ME data access hatch. You literally have just like ME storage for data sticks because of programmable hatches. This is what we're going to do probably. So I'm sure there's like a wireless data bank thing eventually, but also like just do this. You can literally just wireless wireless, not access, but wireless connector on top of this, and GG, you have like, you have all of your data sticks in your ME network. So now, do we put a bunch of them in like a storage subnet that is not attached to mainnet, that is literally just for this? Do we put it on mainnet? We don't care. Like, we could do whatever at this point, right? The only issue is going to be item types. So like every cell is going to be 64 data sticks or 63 data sticks. You get 630 sticks per ME drive per block. So sounds good to me, you know. This is gated a bit behind UV, so it's fine. UV components mainly, and UHV CPUs or circuits. So it's not a right now thing. It's pretty good. It's really good, but it is kind of gated. So for now, you know, this data bank's gonna do its job. So yeah. Is this messy? No, this is fine. You're here. You can access this. Okay. Pretty cheap for what it does, honestly. Yeah, it does. I agree, but it's not like I could have skipped the data bank. I have to get a data bank to get there, right? But yes, it is pretty OP. Like, I'm not gonna say otherwise. Nice. This works as I expected. Okay, wait, so if I do this, it's still connected, right? What does this count as? Is it power? What happens if I update this? Nothing. What if I update this block? Okay, so these guys just don't care about, okay, the pass-through thing. Nice. I don't know why I'm going through all the trouble of doing this, but it's too late. I am doing this. My brain wants this. I mean, yeah, sure. You can also be getting this. A clean cable of treatment. Ooh, databank power fail. Yes, that is because I forgot to do this. Energy. I keep forgetting doing this. Okay. Then you guys. Okay, I like this. This looks as clean as it's gonna get. That is as good as it gets for tonight, I think. Okay, so AALs are done. Maybe I want to check a few things before we go. It is like 10 p.m. I don't want to go to bed too late. I'm still a bit sick. So waterline, I didn't show this, but waterline has been kind of changed. Power has been upgraded. Laser has been brought here. We are dumping 64 amp of ZPM into this, which is not that crazy right now. Why is this not doing anything? Oh, because it is about to... No. Why is this not doing anything? Yeah, it's supposed to be doing grade 1. Why are you not doing anything? Okay, you did not power fail. No valid recipe. Oh, you're missing the filters. Yes, okay. Problem. I love showing my base and discovering random problems. Exactly. So why are we not running waterline right now? So these guys are being level maintained right here. Oh, right. I did put the level maintainer right here. Cannot craft this. Okay. Why can you not craft this? Oh, phosphate. Interesting. We do not have phosphate. Where do we get phosphate? Oh, we get phosphate from this. We probably had a huge backlog of phosphate and now we just went through it. So now I have to either do monazite, which is disgusting. Apatite could be an option. This could be an option. Or I have to call a meteor, like specifically for this. Because there is no bee that does this, right? I thought there was, yeah, there is a bee. There is a phosphorus bee. I could technically do a bee. Is it good? 35%. It's kind of meh. It's kind of fine, kind of meh. 35% is kind of on the verge. It's giving me phosphorus, but I need phosphate. Can I do like, no. So I would get phosphate from this, doing tricalcium phosphate, which I can all do as part of. Do you guys have MA tier yet? Not sure which tier you're up to. We're in ZPM. I think we're close to getting to UV. I mean, no, because Prismaline. But yeah, Prismaline and then some Immersium, I think. Tritanium, MK2 fusion. So we're pretty deep, or halfway through, I guess, CPM sort of. Yeah. Wait. Okay. Needs a power plug. That's a weird symbol to use, but okay. You close to UV somewhat? Yeah, somewhat, yeah. Prismaline, just some chem plant silliness. Yeah. And I think Potato started it actually. We have like I made the bee for it. So we have the bee. I think he's playing around with the algae or something. He was working on this. So yeah. Not too concerned about this. I think we do a bee. I think phosphate is something I don't want to have to call a meteor for every time for activated carbon filters. So I think we're going to do a B and then we're going to call it. This should be an easy B. So time to see the B setup, which has changed a bit as well. Seems like the way to go. Yeah. Okay, so do we have ash? I don't think, oh, we do. Okay, interesting. Ash we do, and then apatite. Yeah, we don't have appetite. Okay, cool. So that's gonna be like the ash coal peat. We have Colby. Okay, we do. Okay, so we have to make more drones of this. There is no way that I'm getting, yeah. There's no way I'm getting more drones by using genetics. I think I have to do the good old like method. I think so. Ash drone. Would I have this in the old place? No, I moved everything. Okay, cool. So we're gonna take this, apply our pattern. I think I'm gonna try this. Oops. Okay. Because I can't lose this. I don't want to, or what is it? I could do this, but it sounds like so much trouble. Hot arid. Hot arid. Okay, this is good. I can make drones now. Please tell me I'm not losing my 4x. Ugh, what are you? Rock sweet. I could do this, I guess. Might as well do this. To be honest, I don't need... Oh, there you go. I don't need all the drones to be stackable, because I'm just going to pass them through... Wait, what? Oh, this thing is not getting power now. Oh, God. The Tesla Tower has some problems. Also, how did this not explode? This should have exploded, by the way. This is Ivy, and it had a Tesla cover, which we're doing ZPM with now. This should have exploded already. But, oh well. 2x, 2x, 4x. I'm just gonna try to make some drones. I love when shit don't explode. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's because it's not, like, it's not been in use, but I've used these machines, like, this is crazy. Oh, there it is. There's the power failures. This is happening because the Tesla Tower is not getting enough power right now. For some reason. Something to do with the lasers. There's the way that it's set up right now is making it so the lasers are having a stroke, which means I'm not going to get acceleration from this. Which means such a bad time to do this. I must have messed up something. Because this is getting power. Like, it's definitely... The looping... I think the looping is doing some shenanigans. I think the fact that power is going in and back out is causing me issues. I do not like the looping. Nem and Potato said it's fine, but it does not look fine. Because this is the only thing that's on the loop right now. Nothing else is on the loop. Well, I guess, yeah, okay. This side is on the loop, but I don't know, like the power is not looping in this, like on this side. So yeah, something is happening with this Tesla Tower. Something is stuck. I can fix that. And right now the problem is it's not going to work until this thing charges up, which thankfully hasn't been too like slow whenever it's like this. When you're starting from scratch, when you stop it and start it, it's really long. This thing takes a long time to like charge up and then start working. So we might not be able to do bees right now. I mean, we could, but it's gonna be a real pain. And then I would have to figure out how to fix this, but I don't want to be fixing cables right now. Been lurking, Conkers. Thanks for the lurking. Hello, how are you doing? Oh man, I don't like this. I don't like this looping. I know we said it's fine, but I don't like it because it messes up this thing here, and I feel like it's messing up my my Tesla tower. I feel like it is. In some way. If I could find anywhere else to plug the Tesla tower, I probably would. And I probably could as well. Like, what if power came from underneath here? I can't pull from this, but I could probably, like, do a bunch of transformers and bring it here, but too much work. This is way too much work. The only way I know this works is when power pass goes on. When power pass is on, this thing is charged up and it's working. Doing well, enjoying the chill Greg on in the background. Well, I am happy that you're enjoying it. Even though we're having the, you know, the best issues of all, but okay, I'm gonna go back here. It's gonna be noisy or loud, but that's fine. Okay, this thing has like a bit of power. It had a bit of power, I guess not. You guys are gonna hear these power failures, I'm sorry. We're gonna get the species and get out of here. Then make it a, well, I have a princess. I guess I don't actually need this. The sound of doom and despair, yeah. Basically, yeah. So I could literally just do ash and coal and just hope it works. Just literally just do this. I hate the fact that I don't have power here right now. It's really bugging me. Could I do less power? Could be a, like, I put too much power in my thing sort of problem. It could be, right? I could change this from laser to 64 amp ZPM and hope that the problem is I'm pulling too much power. I could do that. So this thing's not gonna turn off because of power. So I can do this. So this is like super counterintuitive, but I'm gonna give it less power, hoping that it doesn't fail. Because I'm thinking that maybe trying to send 1000 ZPM amp into this, it just eats it and it causes issues with the transformer. So maybe a 256 for this would be fine. Maybe I technically have a 256 amp laying around somewhere. I could try to do a 256, see if that helps, but hopefully I can swap this fast enough. I do not want this machine to stop, by the way. If this machine stops, I'm fucked. I really hope it just refreshes somehow. It's not fiber, right? It's laser. Okay, then it's fine. Surely it's fine, right? Holy. Maybe it's not fine. See, the fact that I don't see power going into this ever is weird. And again, the loop. The loop is really bugging me, but see, these are all empty because power is going in a circle in and out of this battery. I think even these guys, right? So this one, you can see the power like cycling. This one too. This one has power going around. So does this one, but then I think what's happening every time you jump from a transformer to another one in the loop, the power splits from here and it goes in here. And it goes from here into here, and then you see there's nothing left to go in there. I feel like that's what's happening, but I might be wrong. And sadly, it doesn't look like it just follows the color of the hatches. Like green goes to green and or what is this, purple? Purple goes to purple kind of thing. Which is kind of sad, because then the solution would be to have like 2 pipes in here. We could probably wall share 2 transformers on each side with 1 pipe going to the battery and then 1 pipe going down. And then instead of this sharing this guy, we would have another one on the side or something. That's but yeah. Because this works, by the way. This Tesla tower has worked. It's just like right now it just power failed for some reason. It's power or something. I'm thinking of removing this loop. If I okay, so the loop only does the Tesla tower, which means I can very safely do this. The only thing that it's feeding power to, well, that is not true. We're pulling power for this too. So whatever this area is can power and will power fail. So not a good idea. But then if we bring power, if we move the transformer here and here, like 2 controllers, make 2 different transformers, this one's not going to be part of this guy. This guy is going to be part of this guy. Same with this. And then this one here is the problem. I need to make this probably this guy here and then move the transformer by 1. And then this guy, I don't care. I don't have to move this guy. Right? I could just move this guy. like this. And then this cable can be moved here. Yeah, this could work. Okay, I think I have a solution. I hate it, but I think I have a solution that I want to do. Because bees are just not working anyway right now. And I don't feel like doing bees without world acceleration. This is kind of crazy. Okay, 256 is fine. I'm going to keep the 256 here. The main issue is I have a hatch right here. This guy needs to go into the transformers, the transformer that's going to be on this side. So this cable, I think, is getting moved here. And then we're doing one transformer there, one there. And this cable is getting moved there. Yeah, that's my solution. Okay. I really want to see if this fixes my problem. Okay. Active transformers. So my only concern is these guys. Do I have a bunch of them? I do. So I'm just gonna make a bunch of controllers. So 1 controller, 2 controller, 3 controllers, I guess. Here I could do like controller there, controller there. I could just wall share the center, which I don't care about the wall sharing. I just want to, it's just space wise. Because if I have one here, this laser works. And if I have one here, this laser works. And then I can also go in these directions. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 3 extra controllers. Of course. Right away, there's something missing. How? How do we not have this? Like, we have made these things before. I swear there's some patterns that just disappear sometimes. Oops. Okay, so we don't have 16x supercons, so I guess we really don't have these things. And of course we're out of the thing that I need. And vanadium. Vanadium is also something that we don't get from anywhere. But I think this is going to be mining. I don't think there's any other way for this. Is there a meteor? Wait, there's no vanadium meteor? Really? Huh. Interesting. So we're gonna have to do vanadium magnetite? Or can you get, wait. Can you get vanadium from, okay, so centrifuging, not this. No, so literally vanadium magnetite. Okay, so all right, so there's vanadium magnetite, and I also need something else, right? Well, I guess we have a bunch of vanadium magnetite then. Yeah. Okay, so let's go back to ore proc real quick. We're gonna centrifuge vanadium magnetite. Clear this thing, get vanadium magnetite. Okay, so this should get centrifuged right now. So that's going to fix a bit of a vanadium problem. we're still gonna need a meteor for this, and then phosphate, right? So phosphate, there's no meteor for this. Okay, there is a meteor for this. Am I really calling a meteor just for this? Wait. No. Okay, great. What do you do with this? You centrifuge it. Perfect. So this is going in here. We should change this to actual elevators. Okay, so this is gonna solve our problem for like right now. We just have to wait for everything to be processed apparently. So we have 7,000 vanadium and phosphate. Phosphate is getting used. Yeah, for phosphoric acid. Or is it? It's gotta be it, right? Okay, so quick. I have to start this before... We need loads more. Okay, how much do we get for this meteor? 4,000? We could do that. Let's go call... Oh no, I can't call a meteor. Is this not working? Oh no, it is working. Okay, cool. Well, it's gonna have to wait. So maybe maybe this is it. We're kind of stuck. So right now we have a problem when we want to scale power. We're always lacking platinum, redstone, and phosphate. Phosphate, I'm doing a B for it. That's fine. We could try to do the B without all the acceleration, but it's kind of shit. I'm not gonna lie. Because of this. I could just do Mutatron, like, for this, but... Honestly, I think this is like an off-stream kind of thing, because I want to fix the power. I want to fix... well, I need to get the phosphorus B to fix the power, so... I think this is it. I'm gonna go on the meteor that is currently being mined. And, I will call it there, I think. It's been what, like 4 hours almost? Yeah. I think this is it. We're on the very colorful meteor that everyone's been talking about earlier. We are recording. I was worried for a second. So all the VOD watchers, I promise you that you are watching this right now, and that you have watched all the other VODs before, because you're a good VOD watcher, and I will do my job and actually upload all the VODs that you need to watch this week. So I have like 7 VODs that need to be uploaded, named, and all that. I just haven't had time, but I will get to it this week. I actually promise this time. So yeah, goodbye to the VOD people.